An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Friday Night Lights from Bismarck, North Dakota. Good to have you on the PSP Network tonight. There's your first look at the MDU Resources Community Bowl in the capital city of Bismarck. Crosstown rivalry night as the Century Patriots 4-2 square off against the Legacy Sabres. Still looking for a win this year in WDA and 3A football. Hi again, football fans, alongside Chuck Clarimont, Todd Domres joining you from our PSP Network broadcast booth as we get set for the Patriots and the Sabres. Good to have you on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down. No appointment needed. Stay in your car and have a drive-through oil change. So, Century, it's been a little bit of an up and down type of campaign, and then you got the Legacy Sabres. Obviously, it's been a bit of a down campaign for the Sabres, and I think I have that graphic wrong, Chuck, right? It's the Century's 2 and 4. Yeah, I'll get that switched. Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, but Century's, they're 2 and 4, but boy, they sure seem to have played better than that. TD. They've been in some games. When you look at the scoring, I was tight game with Mandan, they lost by 3. Tight game with Cheyenne, they lost 26-24. Shanley even 48-35. They were in that football game. So, I mean, they easily could be 4-2. Maybe that's what you were thinking they should be, is 4-2 potentially if, some mistakes, some timely turnovers, etc. And so Century's just kind of one of those mystery teams that last year they came into this and they had started their little streak just before this, as I think they went 0-5 to start the season, then they beat Williston, and then Legacy they got into the playoffs and got all the way to the championship game. And so it's a Century team that it's a little bit who's on the field, who's going to play, what's going to happen, who's going to show up. And so I haven't seen them in a couple weeks. Last time I saw them was against Mandan, so we'll see which Patriot team shows up today.
Yeah, and the Sabres, I've seen them a couple times now, and they've displayed some good moments, but, man, they just have not put a good 48 minutes of football together thus this season, and they'll need to tonight against the Century Patriots. But I know one thing. You can sometimes throw most stuff out of the books when you're getting these crosstown games. It's like Century, Bismarck, Legacy, Bismarck, Bismarck High, Century. I mean, those games, one team can be 9-0 and the other team 0-9, and you just don't know what's going to happen some nights.
Because there's sometimes kids who, because it's their buddy across the line from them, all of a sudden they raise the bar and they channel their inner 6-year-old self, or they used to kick the guy's butt across the line from them, and all of a sudden things are completely different. And so I think that's what Coach Chris Clements is hoping that's going to happen tonight, is that his Legacy Sabres are going to raise the bar in terms of how they've been playing this season, and they're going to need to.
Oh, here's what we'd like to do on the PSP Network. We'd like to highlight and promote local athletes, and we're going to do that tonight with a couple player profiles brought to you tonight by Minot State, with more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Let's talk about first the senior standout for the Century Patriots. Does a little bit of all of everything for Century, and that's Gavin Lill.
Yeah, Gavin Lill. I mean, this guy's a multi-sport athlete. That's what I love about some of these kids. Surely the two of them we're talking about. They don't just play one sport. Lill's a basketball player. He's a baseball player. He's a great football player, and this is a guy that, I mean, he just does his business. There's kids sometimes that have a little bit of cockiness to him or whatever else. He's all business. There is no swag in him. He just plays hard. He's the old Emmitt Smith guy, TD. He gets a touchdown. He gets a big play. He gets up, hands the football to the ref, and goes back to the huddle. And it's love watching a kid like this play. And he's just been on a roll, leading the state in rushing this year at 815 yards. And then he can catch the football. He's just one of those just talented athletes that not just runner, but he's caught 13 passes, 10 TDs overall this year. He is surely a gift that the Patriots love that he's on their football team.
Legacy better get a lot of black hats on Gavin Lill tonight, otherwise they won't be bringing him down. Just a good kid. I know my boys are 1 year removed from being at Century, and in the hallways, in the classrooms, Gavin Lill's a top-notch kid, and he's an excellent football player as well. All right, let's swing the slate over to the Legacy Sabres on our Minot State player preview tonight, and let's talk about their QB, Isaac Mitchell.
Yeah, Isaac Mitchell, he's a kid, didn't play quarterback last year, wasn't a starter, but he was a good defender. He's had 30 or 40 tackles in the season, and tough kid playing defense. And I mean, he's one of those multi-sport kid too. He's a wrestler, 160-pound wrestler, so he's tough. I mean, anybody who's a wrestler, it might be one of the hardest sports to play in terms of just how hard they push you. And also a baseball player. And interesting, we'll kind of touch on some similarities with these two kids in the baseball side, but he is a guy that now he doesn't play any defense. So from a team that only had one returning starter or two, him being one of them, now doesn't play any defense at all. And ultimately, he's just focusing on the quarterback side. And he's struggled from the throwing perspective, but he's a tough kid. He ran the ball almost 60 times, a couple touchdowns on the season, and it's kind of one of those leaders out there. Smallish at 6 foot, 160 pounds, but he sure packs a punch and not afraid to put his shoulder pad into you and force you to make a big tackle on him.
It's kind of like a little Steve Young. Likes to get out there and run a little bit as the QB, lefty. Maybe we can call him the Snake. Maybe we can call him Steve Young tonight. The senior lefty quarterback for the Sabres, Isaac Mitchell.
And then lastly, TD, these two guys they were teammates back in 2021. They played on that Babe Ruth World Series team for the Bismarck Capitals, and both guys excelled there. We got the lefty pitcher with Isaac Mitchell, and then Gavin Lowell was batted plus 400, an infielder and an outfielder, and a little bit of a pitcher too. So these two guys are teammates. You talk about those teammates, Todd, that I guarantee you they probably are good friends, but now they get in the field, Gavin Lowell, he's going to want to hit him. And when he's on the defensive side, and if for some reason Isaac Mitchell gets in the defense, which he has, he's one of those kids that got some tackles, he will be the one facing up against Gavin Lowell on the defense.
So much more to come as our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on from the Community Bowl in Bismarck. And we come back, we'll dig into the WDA standings. We'll take a look at the most recent poll. We'll talk about our schedule tonight and into next week. And we'll get into our keys to the game. That's along with the starting lineups. And then we're getting close to kickoff here as Century and Legacy are squaring off. More after this break on the PSP Network.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Good to have you tuned into the PSP Network tonight. We got one of the connoisseurs of the camera tonight, John Haugen. We're running the controls for us here at the Community Bowl. Todd Domres, Chuck Clarimont back on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change with locations in Minot and Bismarck. You can find them online at VIOC.com. 15 minutes to get an oil change, folks. They don't waste your time or theirs when you have an oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Thanks to them for bringing you our pre-games and all of our PSP Network broadcasts. All right, so let's jump right into the WDA standings updated as of last night. Minot picked up a big win over the Bismarck Demons, so they are clearing away in the WDA right now. Number one team at 5-0 in conference play. Bismarck right behind them. Mandan 3-2, Century there. St. Mary's, Williston, Legacy. With the QRF having not come out yet, you got to start stacking up some wins here if you're Century and Legacy especially needs a couple wins if they want to make the final 8 in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're East or West.
Yeah.
If there's all 4 teams from the East or 5 teams from the East can get in, they're going to put 5 teams from the East. And right now they've got Shanley, Cheyenne, Davies for sure are 3 of the teams that are right there that most likely are going to be teams that are going to be in that QRF at the end. And so Century is they're in the borderline.
Yep.
Bismarck and Minot, I think those two teams, even with Bismarck lost last night, I think they are pretty comfortably going to be in the playoffs at the end of the year. But it's, Mandan, and they're probably in that position too at 3-2. But Century, this has got, to me, it's a must-win game for both these two teams if they want any chance at all of getting in the playoffs.
Yeah, indeed. And Century looking to get on that late season run like they did a year ago, and maybe Legacy can come up with the same kind of formula to get themselves into the dance. One other thing that's happening tonight is it's Military Appreciation Night, but it's also Battle of the Bands, as you got the Legacy band playing, and you got one. I usually count how many tubas there is, so there's about 6 tubas over there for the Legacy band, and then the Century band on the near side, so you'll get the sights and sounds of high school football on a Friday night tonight, as there's that Legacy band. You'll hear them pretty much throughout the evening, and then we'll highlight those kids at halftime as well. As one quick glance here at our most recent 3A football poll. Neither of these teams in the poll, except Century, did receive votes in that most recent 3A poll. So Shanley undefeated, Cheyenne, Minot, Bismarck, and Davies. And then Mandan and Century round out that poll, brought to you by Ackerman Esvold tonight.
One other big game tonight, TD. Davies plays Shanley, so 1-5, and surely Cheyenne and Minot are watching that one closely because they're sure hoping that Shanley gets knocked off at some point along the line, that these two teams get a chance to be higher up in that QRF poll.
I should know this, but does the QRF come out next week?
We talked about that beforehand, and I don't even know. I was out in line trying to find it, and it doesn't have any conversation about when it comes out. So
yeah, I think
it has to. It seems to me next week is probably when it would happen.
I think next week is indeed the day when it comes out. All right, one more break here. We'll come back with more of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, and we'll dig into the keys to the matchup tonight. Legacy and Century. More after this break on the PSP Network.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Esvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Esvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Now we're back on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down. No appointment needed. Stay in your car for a drive-through oil change. I was up at the Ottawa Street location a week or so ago, and they did exactly that. 15 minutes in and out for an oil change. And it was a time saver for the Domres family, I can tell you that. Century 2-4, squaring off against Legacy in a crosstown rivalry matchup here from the Community Bowl. And it's time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. They've been doing it for 25 years. Your authorized dealer for AeroSeal. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Here's your keys to the game. First off, Chuck, Century Patriots Hey, they're favored tonight, but you got to play mistake-free football if you're the Patriots.
Yeah, no mistakes. And we said this last night, too, mistakes. That just doesn't mean penalties. It means turnovers. It means drop passes. It means all those pieces. Century just has to kind of stay the course to me. That they play up to their abilities, I feel like they don't have to do anything special. Just play good, hard Century football tonight, and they're going to have a great chance of getting a victory.
Key to the game for the Legacy Sabres? Score! Exclamation point.
When you're averaging 10 points a game and only about 200 yards of offense, it's right. Move the football and put it in the end zone. And then, hey, maybe they can channel the girls' volleyball team a little bit, TD. As last night, you called that game. Yep. What amazing five-setter. Man, that was a fun one to call, and that was an upset, right?
Yeah.
And so that if they can have a little bit of love from the volleyball girls, maybe they got some, a little bit of encouragement today and can channel that on the field. That might help.
I guarantee those Legacy Sabres girls volleyball players are walking around with a little hop in their step at school today after picking off the Patriots last night. There's your keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Game time temperature check, 48 degrees tonight. Wind out of the northwest, kind of quartering the field here at about 12 to 15 miles an hour. So, hey, finally we get some football weather, Charlie. As we've had some heat games and some other things, but we really haven't had a cool temperature night for football here in North Dakota.
We talked about that last night, saying a huge temperature difference. You're playing the 80s, the 90s, a little bit of 70s, but now all of a sudden you're dropping down in the 40s right now, and it's going to be in the 30s potentially by the time this game ends. And with this wind coming across 10 to 15, the weather is going to be a factor. And it's coming northwest, but you said it's kind of quartering, but maybe more west-northwest, right, left to right as we're watching it. And so ultimately that is going to make a difference. Last night it was a big factor. Tonight it might not be as big because it's not as much wind, but it's going to be a factor.
Century won the toss and they deferred, so Legacy will have the football first. We'll get to those lineups in just a moment. We're going to keep it right here. It's Military Appreciation Night, and we're going to stay here to honor America as you'll have the presentation of the colors. You're going to have a special presentation of the national anthem. They'll roll out the seniors from both the Century and the Legacy bands, and they will perform the national anthem right on the east side of the MDU Resources Community Bowl football field here. So we'll keep this right here as we get set for football tonight on the PSP network. As let's talk about the series while we have just a couple seconds here, Chuck. It's been a series that literally has been dominated by Century.
Yeah, as in Legacy has never won. It's 8-0 these teams have played, and last year Century shut them out 20-0, and so that's a piece from Legacy. That is a big hill to climb when you start getting a little bit of a lack of love, or are they scared of Century or what? I'm not quite sure what the situation is, but they have not beat them, and can this be the year?
And with Legacy's senior lineup last year, you and I know that we were sitting right here, and that Legacy side was packed. They thought last year, 2022, was the year that they were going to break that streak. That was what the Sabre fans thought, and Century came out and knocked them off 20-0. And so Legacy's still looking for that first and only victory over the Patriots in football. As we're just about set for that national anthem, we're going to take it down field level as the band team members and the directors there are being introduced. And right now, here's your national anthem, folks. Nothing better on a Friday night. Have the bands blaring, have the lights on, even though the 6:30 start here, the sun has not set here at the Community Bowl, just overlooking the Missouri River. We'll get to some of the particulars, some of the exciting things that are happening here on the BSC campus. You got the Gateway to Science Center coming up. You got a Polytechnic building getting built over here at BSC. You got the Safety Council building just recently unveiled. And so there's a lot of cool things happening here on the BSC campus, including this MDU Resources Community Bowl. How lucky are we to have a facility like this?
Setting is just amazing, and the sun's setting then in the west right now. And I mean, it's just an absolute beautiful setup for people to watch the game right here, and obviously the kind of crown jewels, that state track meet that's in here at the end of the year. And but there's a lot of people at the game tonight. I gotta like that. I love the band set up, and you talk about the venues Bismarck has. They're pretty fortunate with surely this MDU Resources Bowl and the Gateway to Science Center. What an amazing facility that is. And the BSC campus is pretty special, what everything BSC is able to do. And hey, that North Dakota Safety Council place, that's not a bad place over there either. It's been around for 5 years, TD, that the Safety Council does a lot of good things for the state of North Dakota.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, how about those folks perched up in the seats tonight, in the box seats at the on the north side in the overlook of the MDU Resources press box on the north side, just opposite of us. Here's your starting lineups, as always, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, our pregame sponsor. Century's defense, they'll play a 4-3 up front. Jers Burkhart and Ian Schweigert. That's a familiar name for the Century Patriots, as Evan Schmitz is a defensive tackle, along with Ole Taylor, the wrestling champion from a year ago for Century. Their linebackers have been really good. Landry Wesson was all over the field the last couple weeks for Century, and their second leading tackler, and then the middle linebacker, Kane Nelson. Those guys up front clear up space, and he mops them up. Oliver Jensen's a talented backer as well. And then in the secondary, you got Gavin Lill, Jordan Kellogg. They targeted him a couple weeks ago, but he held up against Shanley. Rivers Martin and Jackson Burst are your free and strong safeties, respectively, for longtime head coach Ron Wingenbach. And there's your Century offense tonight. For the Legacy Sabres and their ninth-year head coach, Chris Clements, they'll go like this up front. Wyatt Weary's the left tackle. He's a senior. Hunter Peterson up front, also a senior. He's a big fella at 260. The center is a junior, Evan Haig. Braxton Hager's your right guard. Cody Peterson, the 285-pound senior right tackle. Wide receivers, Kalen Lucas and Jet Hoffman. Alex Visca is your senior tight end. Lucas Kupfer, boy, they need to get him going. That's one of my keys to the game. He's a talented kid that can go up and get the football. He's got a large catch radius, and he's got 3 catches on the season. That just documents how struggling that Legacy offense has been this season. Your fullback is, we'll call it tailback and tailback. Jack Juleson is in the backfield along with Jared Frank. And your senior QB, the lefty sniper, Isaac Mitchell, the 160-pounder, again, for head coach Chris Clements.
So who is Jackson Kellogg, who was a stud last year, one of the big losses for Legacy? Who's he cheering for tonight? Little brother Jordan is playing over in the Century side. I mean, alma mater. What's the blood thicker than water, if you want to call it? What's going on, TD, with that one?
Well, you can explain it. You had a kid go to Bismarck High and Century, so I mean, talk about the Feenies. You know what I mean? They've had kids in each program, so I mean, it's not unprecedented, right? But I'm sure it's one of those where you got a split jersey.
Back in the day, they probably did. Now I'm guessing he's probably got to be cheering for Jordan Kellogg. He moved himself into the starting lineup too. But you're right. He was tested against Shanley and played very well against Shanley, and I think that probably gave him some confidence. And this is a good defense for the Patriots. Although from the throwing side, this is to me what we're going to see what Legacy can do, because that's where Century's been hurt before. They have not got the push in terms of pressure on the quarterback, and they've given up 200, almost 250 yards a game passing. So does the Legacy Sabres have that passing power?
Yeah, I think that's one of the interesting aspects of the game tonight as it'll unfold, is both these teams really like to run the football, and who can do that and kind of exude themselves in the trenches and figure out a way to run the rock tonight is going to have success, because Century's probably a little bit more adept passing. Legacy has just been struggling offensively from the get-go. But our thanks again to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for bringing that pregame. They got locations in Minot and Bismarck. You can find them online at VIOC.com. That's about ready for football. Century in their road white uniforms. They'll be on the south sideline tonight, outlined in navy numerals, navy pants, and red hats. And Legacy, I like the new black helmet look for the Sabres.
Yeah, you talked about that earlier in terms of we're putting some information together as a little change up.
Yeah,
the all black, I don't know if I'm a big fan of it. I like the contrast Century has with these road uniforms. The white, the blue, the red helmets.
Jangla kicking off. He's got a good leg with the wind behind him. That baby is going to sail deep into the end zone over the head of Jared Frank. And the Legacy offense will set up shop 1st and 10.
That's one thing, kicking game, you know, when you got wind, what's the difference going to be? And Jangla, he's been a stalwart for the Patriots.
Well, Legacy gets that first call from their offensive huddle, and Isaac Mitchell set him out with a couple receivers to his left, tight end to the right. He's got Jared Frank standing, flanking him beside him out of the gun. 1st and 10 from the 20. And it's a keeper for Isaac Mitchell. Nice gain off tackle, pirouetting, spinning, and banging his way for a first down is Isaac Mitchell before he's hemmed in there by Jairus Burkhardt and Jordan Kellogg.
Yeah, Burkhardt came up and met him initially, and we talked about the toughness of Mitchell as he hit him hard, spun off him, and it took Kellogg to pull him down. Good first call by Coach Clements.
They flip the formation, couple receivers to the right from the far hash mark, 1st and 10. This time they'll hand it off Jared Frank, and Legacy's getting a little push up front as Frank's kind of a scat back, gets his pads low and plows ahead for a couple yards out to the 33-yard line. Stood up there by Ian Schweigert.
Schweigert, little brother of all those stud Schweigerts for the Patriots, one being up at UND. I'm guessing probably redshirting this year for UND, and see how that's going to be. But Ian, just a freshman, getting some PT and doing a really good job for the Patriots.
2nd and 7 for Legacy. Handoff. Frank tries the left side. Oh, and he got racked up near the line of scrimmage. Maybe fell ahead for a half a yard. Not much there as it was the defensive end closing down on him, Ole Taylor.
Yeah, right at the line of scrimmage probably, TD, and that's that front line of the Patriots that Taylor, he just keeps getting better. I know that the first game of the year, he started a little slow in terms of his production, but watch some of the last few games and the production he's had, and he's really starting to step up, and this is one of the toughest kids around, 205-pound junior.
Legacy a bit into the wind, and they go to the hard count, and I think they got Century to jump on a 3rd down and 8 from their own 33-yard line. And it looks like this 3rd down just got a lot easier for the Sabres.
Yeah, the Patriots trying to get a little kickstart, thinking that they're going to be a passing down, and nice hard count by Mitchell. Got both the defensive ends to jump off sides.
For those of you tuning in on our live stream tonight on YouTube, it looks like our scoreboard is frozen up a little bit. It's still stuck at 12-13. We'll get that squared away as we'll tell you exactly what's going on from a time and down and distance standpoint. We got 3rd and 3 right now. Legacy is going to throw it over the middle, looking for Kupfer. Nice play. Batted away there by Oliver Jensen, the outside backer on the near side. Swatted it down with his right hand at the 44-yard line, and a 3rd down is denied for the Sabres.
Well, Kupfer lined up on that kind of slot formation, just went a little look in, and they were listening to you, TD. They were going to Kupfer trying to get him the football, but what a play. Like a textbook play, as you mentioned, by Oliver Jensen. Reached in with that opposite hand, with that right hand, and knocked it away.
Alex Viska will punt it away. And the dangerous Gavin Lill back to return from his 25. Viska puts a boot into it, bounces at the 37. No return. And the coverage team down quickly for the Sabres. We'll down it at the 32-yard line. And our Century offense will take the field as I'm going to give you those guys real quick. As Century up front, we'll have Dawson Kraft, Braxton Dahl, Austin Smith, Ole Taylor plays both ways for the Patriots. Evan Schmidt is your right tackle. Cale Schomer, a wide receiver, along with the tight end Joey Kralik. Jackson Burse is a flanker. Mike Todorski is your QB. Gavin Lill, Preston is the tailback. Preston Zimmerman is your fullback. And you'll also have Jairus Burkhardt in there on 1st and 10. There goes Gavin Lill, and he's loose to midfield. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
67 yards, TD. What a run. We talked about Lill. You spotlighted Lill, and what does he do? He busts through the center, gets to the outside, and he shows that sprinter speed. The backer for the Sabres took a little Jared Frank. I don't think he realized the speed of Lill. He took a bad angle, and Lill ran right by him. What a way to start for the Patriot offense.
My, oh my. One play to the house. And the Patriots, Gavin Lill takes it the distance. Jangula out of the hold of Nodlin comes on and bangs through the extra point. And just like that, we have a touchdown timeout from the MDU Resources Community Bowl. BNC Bank scoreboard, 9:55 to play, first quarter. Century 7, Legacy 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Unlike a one-play touchdown drive.
Well, it took him 11 seconds. That's how long it takes him to run 67 yards with pads on.
Jangla will send that one through the back of the end zone in the ensuing kickoff. Again, I apologize. We got to get this scoreboard squared away here as we got 9:55 to play first quarter. As Century is up 7 on the Legacy Sabres on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Your life's busy. They make managing money easy at BNC with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. You can visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. Well, that's one way to avoid the Serve Pro red zone. Just take it to the house from the other side of the 50. Isaac Mitchell, a little misdirection. And they hand it off to, man, that was a tight end carrying the football. It was Brady Seabach, yep. A little tight end reverse for the Sabres.
They've ran that a few times, a little misdirection. The 5th time he's touched the football. He's at 10 yards total, so picks up 4 yards. That's not a bad way. And Seabach, 165-pound junior.
2nd down and 6 after that 4-yard gain by the tight end Seabach. Legacy splits out a couple receivers to the right. Straight ahead run. There goes Mitchell. He's got a couple yards off the right side between the hash marks. Cut it outside to the 28-yard line. Jairus Burkhardt smacks him down there.
Yeah, Burkhardt came up. He's a tough kid, 185 pounds, but he can hit, no doubt right there. And like one thing that Mitchell, I mean, he's elusive, 6 foot, 160 pounds, got, really good quickness, good feet. Gets inside and uses that quickness to bounce out to the outside.
3rd down and about a yard for Legacy. Got to get to the 30. Mitchell, hard count. Century stays put this time. Now Mitchell will look over to the sideline, get the call. He's got Frank flanking him. And now we get a Hub International Insurance timeout. Chris Clements didn't like what he saw. And Hub brings you this timeout. They're located at 4204 Boulder Ridge Road in northwest Bismarck. Sabres facing a 3rd down and 1 when we come back. 8:32 to play, first quarter. Century 7, Legacy 0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Back with this 3rd down conversion attempt for Legacy after this break.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors.
Third down and 1, and Isaac Mitchell is going to pick up that first down. Legacy is getting a little mileage out of that right side of that Sabres offensive line. They're running behind the big Cody Peterson and Braxton Hager, 240-pound senior guard, and Peterson, the 285-pound senior right tackle. Wide side is the left side of the field. New set of downs for the Sabres. Snap back, handoff Frank, trying that right side again. He squirts it right up the numbers. Peels his way out past the 35 to the 36, maybe to the 37-yard line. Sandwiched down there by Kane Nelson and Jordan Kellogg, but that's a good gain on first down for the Sabres.
Yeah, it went to the short side of the field as you called that, TD, and just kind of cut back against the grain a little bit, ducked underneath it, got her adjusted.
Well, it's still not running, but it's trying to catch up. Our scoreboard. Oh, Mitchell's hit as he throws. He's got a man. It's caught. It's caught. Legacy hauls it in. Behind the defense was Jack Juleson, and a big gainer for the Sabres.
Yeah, what a play, Juleson. Two guys actually were running posts. I don't know and they were both in the area, but there was just one Century defender, and Juleson went down and made a great sliding catch, TD, to bring that one in.
Well, for the Sabres, who only average 74 yards of passing a game, that's a huge gainer.
26 yards.
They move it into Century territory. 1st and 10 from the Patriot 36-yard line. Clock drips down to 7:10 to play. First quarter action, a keeper by Isaac Mitchell. Faked it to Frank. Angles to the left on the zone read. And just a couple yards as he gets to the 33, maybe the 34.5-yard line.
Dave Zittelman, we called on Big Dave to help us out. TD, we'll see what happens. Hey, if all else fails, unplug it and plug it back in, right?
Yeah, what the heck? Why not? Maybe it'll reset the little robot that we have running the score clock for us. Receiver each side, tight end on the right. 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard gain by Mitchell. Handoff, Frank. Oh, and he's got a hole. Splits the tackle at the 30. Drives ahead to the 24-yard line. First down carry. Oliver Jensen drags him down from behind, but Legacy has moved it to the 23.
They continue to kind of go to that backside, that right side, Todd, where Braxton Hager and Cody Peterson, both seniors, open up some nice holes. And then I think you called them scat backs, and Jared Frank, kind of a little scat back, right? 5'7", 165. Juleson's just 6 foot, 155.
Clock down to 6:10. Misdirection. They got the tight end. Another good gainer. As there goes Brady Sivak. A little tight end reverse, if you want to call it. And that's about 10, maybe 11 yards for a first down.
Keep throwing those at him, and it's one of those plays now that, okay, it's not just, hey, we're going to run it every once in a while. It's one of those plays, hey, we're going to put it in the playbook. If it's successful, we might run it every series.
Well, now we're into the Serve Pro red zone. Trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup. Legacy in and out of the huddle. I like their mojo. They hand it off right side. Jared Frank turns it up inside the numbers, down to the 10. He's belted down there after a couple 2-3 yard gain on first down, as Legacy's looking to sniff out a touchdown here and tie this football game up here with 5:25 and counting to play in the first quarter.
One of their favorite runs, Todd. They actually line him up to the left side of Mitchell, and then he comes across the formation in front. It's kind of an inside handoff to Frank, and that's been very successful so far.
Twins to the left. Motion by Frank. Mitchell, quick hitter, swings it out to Frank, slips one tackle, and then he's belted down at about the 6-yard line. Kane Nelson, the leading tackler for the Century Patriots, tracked him down there.
Yeah, nice block on the outside by Jack Juleson. The tailback actually blocked Gavin Lill, so it was one-on-one between Kane Nelson and Frank, but good one-on-one tackle there. Brought him down for just a short gain.
Well, 3rd down and 4. Legacy can still get a first down if they get inside the 2. Frank flanking Mitchell. And it's a handoff to Frank. Pinball's off a 1. He's close to the sticks. Now he gets a push. It's a rugby strum. And they're going to mark him down at the 1. It's going to be first and goal for the Sabres.
Just shows the strength, although Frank's just 165 pounds, Todd. He ran through an arm tackle and then would not go down. And then all of a sudden there's 10 more black jerseys behind him doing the push.
They were trying to surf him into the end zone.
Absolutely.
Well, now they'll spot it right on the 1. Legacy knocking on the door. 4:10 and counting to play first quarter. Touchdown ties it with an extra point. Mitchell with Frank beside him. Claps his hands. Mitchell keeps it. And he's in. The lane opens. Pay dirt for Isaac Mitchell.
Isaac Mitchell, nice delay, fakes a handoff, then allows Frank to get a good block as he sealed the inside, and then all he needed was just a small little area, and you see the block right there, and he slipped into the end zone. So good call and good hard block by Jared Frank and the offensive line. Evan Haig, the center, Braxton Hager, they got a double team right at the point of attack.
The Legacy will not have Reese Snow kicking tonight, so Sam Fricke on, swings that right leg through and splits the uprights. Legacy has answered the quick Century touchdown, and we have a touchdown timeout. 4 minutes even to play, first quarter. Century 7, Legacy 7, the Legacy kickoff when we come back on the PSP Network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kickoff. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Well, for a team looking for a confidence boost, that's a confidence-building drive right there for the Legacy Sabres.
11 plays, TD, 80 yards, 5 minutes and 40 seconds. They kept the football there. I got the big play being that 26-yard pass to Julesen on 3rd and short, and the Sabres. And then, hey, running the football, gotta like that if you're Coach Clements.
Short kickoff, fielded by an up man, and good coverage there as the kickoff return was hauled in there by Kyler Palczewski. And essentially a pretty good field position here. That's about where Gavin Lill just took it to the house the last possession. So,
matter of fact, it's exactly where he took it to the house.
Okay.
63 yards the last play was, right? Yeah, no, 67. I'm sorry. This one would be 63. What are you, Nostradamus? You're going to call it, TD? Is that are you calling a touchdown run? See if it's the same play.
Century went to the hard count. Looks like they got Legacy to jump into that neutral zone. Yep, going to be 5 yards as Brady Steyer couldn't control himself out of that three-point stance as the right defensive end, and now it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Sabres. Again, folks, we apologize. Our scoreboard that we're streaming onto our live stream tonight is a little bit delayed and tied up a little bit. We tried resetting it, and it worked for a second, but the score is 7-7 with 3:55 to play. 1st and 10 in the first quarter. This time it's Twardowski, and he gets about 4 right up the gut behind that offensive line that I think the Century offensive line, Chuck, would you say that they underperformed early in the season, and now they've kind of gotten their sea legs a little bit?
Yeah, I think so too. Braxton Dahl, they put him in at left guard. They call it the quick guards. They kind of rotate their guys between strong side and weak side. So a little bit confusing if you're calling the games thinking, all right, hey, is it Taylor and Schmidt going to be on the right side always? No, they flip-flop, but they're playing better as a collective unit.
2nd down and a couple, and they'll give it off to Gavin Lill. Boy, he churns out yardage. You made a great comment in a game I was listening to you about Century when they played Shanley. He always seems to get extra yardage after contact. He's got that great forward lean, does Gavin Lill.
And then he just pops right up every time. I mean, he's just a tough kid. Uncle John Miller played at UND, played for Century back in the day. He was a football offensive lineman up at UND. I'm sure Steph and John are probably watching the football game, cheering him on.
New set of downs for the Patriots, and they have entered Legacy territory. 1st and 10 from the Sabre 49-yard line. Snap back, wide side run. There goes Lill, puts a foot in the ground, turns it up at the numbers, slips one tackle, and he's gone again. 10-5 touchdown.
And what a run for Lil TD as he busts it to the outside. A huge block by Ole Taylor as Ole Taylor pulled from the backside guard, and then he had a huge kick out. Lil read it. He had all kinds of patience, and then it's that speed again. Nobody was touching him. 49 yards this time.
Well, your leading rusher in the state is tacking on about 100 more already here in the first quarter.
Yeah.
49 yards to the house right there for Gavin Lill. Hold by Nodlin, kick by Jangula. It's good, and Century has doubled up legacy here with 2:39 to play in the first quarter. New score from the Community Bowl. Century 14. He made that, right?
Yep.
Okay, they just didn't put it up yet. Century 14, Legacy 7, and we're back to the touchdown after this timeout with 2:39 to play here in the first quarter.
Maybe.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Well, we were debating ourselves if that extra point was good. We thought we saw it go through, but we got some old eyes up here in the broadcast booth, and it did go through as Jangula made it 14-7 in favor of Century. This time it's a short kick to the near sideline. It's going to bounce at the 5. Frank has it to 3. 5, 10, 15. Oh, and he is hog-tied and slammed down.
Coulter Simon, wowie. Grabbed him up side the neck and bulldogged him down, TD.
That is a hog tie.
Yes, it is. Boy, Lil already 122 yards on just 3 carries, Todd.
That's production.
That's good production.
Hey fans, tonight's game brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. There's no pizza like it. You can contact them at 852-1700 in the Magic City. Been serving Minot for 25 years. That's Planet Pizza. Now there we go. Scoreboard just caught up. 14-7 with 2:34 to play in the first quarter. Handoff, check that, a keeper by Isaac Mitchell. Slipped through one arm tackle, but then he's dropped in his tracks right at the 20-yard line. Give him 1.
We'll see if they can respond. I mean, that last drive, hopefully they have a good memory. Remember that 80-yard drive, and we'll see if they go back to the pass again, Todd. I know it's into the wind. That's what made that big pass even that much more special, is a lefty. Maybe it's that spin. Maybe it's that opposite spin that keeps it just piercing right through the wind.
Motion by Frank. Oh, and Mitchell was going to throw it to Jared Frank, and the ball slipped out of his hand. Had to fall on it as that was a fumble.
Yeah, 100% was a fumble, and it's fortunate that it didn't get too far away from him, and he was able to kind of jump on it, but still a loss back to the 16. So 4-yard loss. That's not what they were looking for.
No, and now with 1:30 to play in the first quarter and counting, you're facing a 3rd down and 13. You don't convert. You do have to probably punt into this breeze now to end the first quarter. Mitchell out of the gun, motions with Frank. Loaded up the left side, throws it, caught in the seam. Reception hauled in there by Kalen Lucas, his leading receiver on the season.
Yeah, Kalen Lucas is 13th catch in the season. Just went up the seam, found a little hole in the seam, and quarterback Mitchell hit him. Good hard throw into that wind. That's impressive.
Yeah, they needed 13. They got that and a few more.
20.
Under a minute to play here, first quarter. This time Mitchell, right side run, flag flies in as Frank totes it out to the 39-yard line. That looks like when that comes in from the umpire like that, that's usually the indication of a hold. Get our white hat tonight. First chance to, a hold call.
Callan Lucas, that big split end, big body at 6'5". That last play, you love, if you're a quarterback, you love those big targets.
See, that always tricks me up when you got, we usually get the pronunciations on the last names, and you and I both know a few Kalans.
Oh, we do.
Now it's a Callan.
Callan Kazelchen.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Callan it is. Mitchell. Oh, wow. Almost a ESPN highlight catch there. That would have been the PSP archives if Callan Lucas could have hauled that baby in.
Went way up in the air with that right hand and just about brought it down. He needed about a Julius Erving size hand to bring that one in, or one of those stick-em gloves that they have nowadays.
I was a little slow on the draw getting the replay queued up there. We just about had a look at that one as, yeah, he needed some Lester Hayes stick-em on. 1st and 20. Now it's 2nd and 20 for the Sabres after that holding call. Motion by Juleson. Handoff. Frank skipping through tackles, churning out yardage as he motors his way out to the 33, maybe the 34-yard line with 27 seconds and counting to play here in the first quarter. Stop there made by Kohler Simon.
Yeah, Coulter Simon came in, made the tackle there. He's coming in as Century has some guys going both ways. So Lil, man, oh no, he stayed on. He didn't need a break. That guy's just, he doesn't come off the field. Oh,
and you go to the hard count, and Century, they got a couple of those tonight already. As Century that time jumping into the neutral zone was Trevor Chapman, the big nose guard. And that'll give Legacy a free 5 out to the 39-yard line. And the clock is going to roll, and that will reach our end of our first quarter of play. 1 quarter in the books from the Community Bowl in Bismarck. Crosstown rivalry game on the PSP network tonight. End of 1, and your BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Century 14, Legacy 7.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Getting set for the first snap here in the second quarter. Todd Domres, Chuck Clarimont back with you. 3rd and 7. Mitchell got a man in the flat. Oh, Lucas Kupfer in and out of his mitts. At the 45-yard line, that would have been close to the sticks. I think he would have had it if he'd have hauled it in, and that's a missed opportunity for Legacy.
There's no doubt, Todd. He would have caught it. He could have turned upfield. The Century defender, I think that was Lil. He was still a couple yards behind him, and would have probably met him at the stakes, but that's a mistake we talked about. Drop pass, and Kupfer wants that one back.
Visca will punt it away. Gavin Lill back to receive for Century. Let's see if the Patriots come with the rush or set up the return. Looks like they're coming with the rush. They leave Lill back on an island as it bounces at the 27. Starts right, comes back left. Gets one block, gets to the boundary, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 32-yard line as Sivak on special teams gets the special teams tackle. And Century, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, and the Patriots take over. 1st and 10 from the 30, mark them officially at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it's a 15-yard return by Lil and a 41-yard punt by the punter Alex Visca.
Well, I think if you're Legacy, you better figure out where number 9 is.
Yeah. I'm guessing they're keying on him, TD. It's not working.
Handoff, fullback Preston Zimmerman, and bulldogs his way for a couple yards, more than a couple, out to the 40.
Yeah, good push up front. That went right in the middle over Taylor and Austin Smith and Braxton Dahl. Dahl just a sophomore at 250. He'll be back next year. Same with Taylor.
Zimmerman gets 6 on first down, a productive carry there. And Century ahead of the chains here with 2nd and 4 from their own 41-yard line. Twins left, one receiver right. Lil beside Twardowski in the gun. Now Lil motions, I beg your pardon, and they fake it to him. Twardowski has a first down. Pushes his way past the 45 out to the 46. Grabbed onto and stuck there by Brett Miller.
Went down, grabbed a hold of the foot of the quarterback Twardowski, and he did a great job with all that motion as Lil was lined up in the slot. He came back left to right, that fake inside handoff. It kind of froze the linebacker. He hid the ball and then kind of showed his toughness. Twardowski at 185 runs hard, picked up that first down.
Rivers Martin brings the play in for Century. Offset eye backfield, 1st and 10. Pull a couple guards. Twardowski flips it into the flat. Ooh, nice catch. Throw is behind him. Preston Zimmerman has it in the flat. Falls down almost immediately, but he has a gain out to the 49. Give him 4. Touchdown there by Cade Murphy. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw it. Yusuf Jama.
There you go. You like that name, TD.
That's right.
It's one of your all names.
That's right.
Just a sophomore. Yusuf was a track guy, wrestler. He was kicking off before help. He was him and another guy were working on the kickoff side of things, and that'll be a name you probably hear a lot in the future years for Legacy.
Second quarter action, down to 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. Century on top 14-7. 2nd down and 7 for Century. They toss it. Short side run. Gavin Miller turning it up the far sideline, and he churns out more yardage into Legacy territory to their 40. He gets 11 more yards, does Gavin Lill.
I messed you up with the Miller comment, TD, on that one. Yeah, he turned the corner. He's so good. He runs, I mean, effortless. You know, there's no wasted motion. It's just hands back, forth like a true track star. Turn that corner, and then he can sure pack a punch.
Well, Century into Legacy territory again. Boy, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for the Patriots here in the first half, and they're looking for more. 9:49, the clock stops as Twardowski's back to pass. Flips it into the flat, but it's too low for Oliver Jensen. Couldn't get that one on his shoe tops. Good coverage there by Yusuf Jama.
Yeah, Yusuf Jamo's right there. But then I like Nash Berquist, the sophomore. He was kind of in the face of the quarterback. Made things a little more difficult than they had to be. Getting good pressure out of the nose guard spot for Legacy.
Yeah, that was good discipline by Legacy because Century's been running it very effectively.
Yep.
And then you fake it to Gavin Lill, and they stayed home on that near side for the Sabre defense.
The run so sets up play action pass.
Couple receivers to the wide side, one receiver to the short side. Handoff, Lill runs it wide side. Dances, darts, churns, accelerates out to the 32-yard line. That's a quick 7 or 8 yards for Gavin Lill.
You know, for some reason as an offensive lineman, when you got a guy like that behind you, you know, it's so much more fun to block for a guy that sets up the block, runs where he needs to be. Like they turn him in, he busts it to the outside, and Lill he's got a talent of the stiff arm that so many guys don't. You watch him both right-handed, left-handed, lethal.
Gavin Lill gets 7, sets up 3rd down and manageable. They motion Lill. Twardowski's going to keep it, and Mike might have fumbled that late. I think they might mark him down, however, as he got to the 31. That's going to be a yard short, as he is wrapped up there by Hayden Stymist.
Stymist in the football game there, and I like what Twardowski does too, Todd. He just puts his head down. He knew that he had to get to the 30-yard line, and now the knees must have touched down because it looked to me like the ball he had reached out to the 40.
One receiver in the formation, that's Rivers Martin. Couple tight ends. Twardowski, he gets the tush push. And the Eagles have made that thing famous the last few years with Jalen Hurts, and Century ran it to perfection there, and that's a new set of downs for Century as they've marched it to the Legacy 29-yard line.
Yeah, they just take Zimmerman, the fullback, and just get right in behind him and just completely push him from behind. And like you said, it's a body surf because you got the lineman for Legacy trying to cut down the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 Patriots from the near side hash mark. Play action. Twardowski goes deep to the pylon. Oh, off the fingers of his intended receiver. They had a chance, did the Patriots, as Xavier Haroldstad just about had a chance to bring that in.
Is that 10 TD or is that 18?
I think that's 10.
That's 10, right? Yeah, that's 10. It's Xavier Haroldstad, and should have caught it. He knew it right away because after he dropped it, he grabbed his head when he was on the ground. So
that's a telltale sign.
That's a telltale sign, exactly. A good throw into the wind by the quarterback on that out pattern as he rolled to the right side on the bootleg.
Well, the flags have pretty much died down now, so as the sun's setting, so is the wind. As now Century a little late out of the huddle after that long pass attempt, and they'll call timeout. Ron Wingenbach wants to talk about it, and we can tell you that Hub International brings you this timeout. You can contact them today for all your personal and business insurance needs. BNC Bank scoreboard with a stop in the action. 8:34 to play, second quarter. Century on top, 14-7 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Have John Haugen running the cameras for us tonight as the sun's setting here in Bismarck. Legacy trying to deny Century on their third drive of the game. Patriots have it, second down and 10 with 8:34 to play here in the second quarter. Motion by Jensen, little delay, and they have got Gavin Lill hemmed in. No gain on the play. First black hat there was Brett Miller.
They try that counter play as the tailback kind of stands up, take one fake step to the right, and they allow the lineman to pull. But Brett Miller, the linebacker, was not buying it. He's keen on him. He sees a guy block down and a guy pull, and he's hitting that hole. Nice play, actually tackle for loss.
Third down and 14 now for Century. Ball right between the hash marks. Twardowski back to pass, maybe setting up a screen. Slips one, slips two, still scrambling. And he turns something out of no. And then he is belted at the end of that play. How about that run by Mike Twardowski?
Callan Lucas makes a tackle, but you're right. Should have been sacked in the backfield, Todd, but somehow he spun away out of it. And then three tackles missed, and then just stuck his head down and ran about 5 more yards on a push. That is a tough run right there. That's an individual effort by the quarterback, Mike Twardowski.
Twardowski's a tough kid, too, because he took a shot at the end of that play. Well, now it's 4th down and 3. Century nearing the Serve Pro red zone. They got to get to the 17 for a first down. They hand it off to Gavin Lill, and he is not going to get there. Legacy's sideline likes that play as it's Lincoln Lamar doing the honors.
Yeah, first guy in there was Lincoln Lamar, held him up, got out of that kind of leg tackle because Lamar was down low, but then he allowed the black defenders to come up, the black jerseyed guys to come up and just push him right back. So big stand. Actually, they're going to have a loss of one on the play.
There's those new black helmets. Replacing those gold lids. That's the Darth Vader attitude right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Back-to-back losses on the play.
Legacy will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 23. Mitchell has the direct snap. Breaks one tackle, slammed down from behind as he eclipses the 25. Spins his way out to the 26-yard line. Ole Taylor with the one-arm takedown.
Well, that is impressive defensive stand right there by Legacy. We'll see if that can't invigorate this offense.
Legacy splits Kupfer out to the top side of your screen. 2 receivers on that side, 1 receiver to the right of Isaac Mitchell. Handoff, Jared Frank. Oh, big gainer. Right down Broadway. And Jared Frank squirts his way out to the 36-yard line. Give him 10 and a first down for the Sabres. Give him 11, actually.
That's a good call. Squirts his way. I mean, he is so elusive mean, he's low to the ground, and he's just kind of bobbing and weaving in and out. And as an offensive lineman, you do not need much of a crease for him to slip through it.
6:10 and counting to play in the second quarter. Century on top, 14-7 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. 1st and 10, Legacy. Swing pass, Frank out of the backfield, gets a block on the perimeter, and right at the numbers, he is tattooed down at the 39-yard line. Kane Nelson drills him.
I love the play in the backfield, too, with Oliver Jensen. He's the guy who came up and just blew up the interference up there. He was supposed to be the guy that was supposed to block him, blew him up, and allowed the middle linebacker, Kane Nelson, to come in and make the play.
Gain of 2 for Frank on the swing pass. 2nd and 8 for the Sabres. Snap back, handoff Frank. And, boy, he breaks a lot of tackles today as Jared Frank running hard as he takes it out to the 43-yard line. He's bullied down there. It's going to be Ole Taylor again. 3rd down and short, though, upcoming for Legacy. It's going to be a 3rd down and 3.
I mean, I'm looking. He hits the pile and he just disappears. Like, oh, he's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. And all of a sudden, he squirts, as you used that call a couple of times. I love it. That's exactly what's happening. All of a sudden, he comes out.
You're saying he's hard to see behind those hogs?
He is.
3rd and 3. Legacy goes to the hard count. Century doesn't jump. Legacy will recalibrate. Snap back. Handoff Frank. Oh, 1st down and more. Flag flies in. Frank's loose to the 30. Nailed down at the 25-yard line, but this one might be coming back.
Yeah, I think they're going to get a hold right there as busted through on that left side over Wyatt Weary and Hunter Peterson, and I think it was Visca, the tight end, was over on that side. It was a strong left, and the officials threw the flag right away. A little kick-out block must have been the grab and kick. Grab and push.
They usually like to have it to be the pin and pull instead of the.
Yeah, where's Myron when you need him, right?
The snap and grab. 4:45 to play here in the first half. Century on top, 14-7. Legacy penalized there, 10 yards on the hold.
Second holding penalty for Legacy. That kind of thwarted their last drive, too.
Lucas split out wide to the right. Handoff on that tight end delay. Another flag comes flying, and this might be a face mask as they gave it to Sivak again.
Taylor grabbed him and pulled him down, and that's what the officials are going to try. They misdirection where you bring Sivak lined up on the right side. He comes right to left, gets the inside handoff.
Yeah, it's going to be against Century. Yeah, personal foul. Oh, horse collar. Wasn't a face mask. It was Ole. Got in that plate of the shoulder pads, and that's going to be a 15-yarder and a 1st down and a new set of downs for Legacy.
So we'll give Sivak 0 or no yards, but then you'll give him 15 more on that holding or that personal foul penalty.
1st and 10, Sabres. Handoff, Frank tries the left side. This time he's bottled up. Maybe fell ahead for a yard. As we can tell you, tonight's game brought to you in part by the UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza, South Broadway in Minot. They're there for all your packing and shipping needs. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics. Enjoy professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. Get started with 0% financing and free consultations at Prestwich Orthodontics.
The Sabres, they've moved the ball, and they've got 1st downs on every drive, TD.
2nd down and 8. Snap is back. Mitchell keeps it. And Century is shutting them down right now. That's a gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and long upcoming as Legacy has marched it to the Century 49-yard line. Stopped by the Patriots' Austin Smith.
Yeah, he's coming over playing on the defensive line, and the quarterback Mitchell hit Smith, and he did not go anywhere. There was no pushing the big fella, Austin Smith. As he weighs in about 245, the quarterback just 160 beating 245. The math didn't work on that one.
3:10 and counting to play in the first half. Again, our scoreboard is periodically freezing up here on our live stream tonight. Apologize for that, folks, as you're watching our live stream. Mitchell back to pass, 3rd and 7. Oh, and behind the defense, they had a man, but that's going to be picked off. And reeling it back for Century to the 40, to the 35, 30 to the wide side. A pick for Century. And an interception, Coulter Simon.
Coulter Simon back up D-back for the Patriots, just stepped in front of the would-be receiver. I couldn't see if that was Jack Julson or who it was. The ball just kind of fluttered out there. Here's the replay, stepped right in front of him at the 29-yard line. And that got great blocking as his defense turned to offense, cut back against the grain. And if it wasn't for Yusuf pulling him down, that wasn't Yusuf, excuse me, it was 14. It was Jack Julson. He's the one who pulled him down from behind. So big interception from the 29 all the way back to the 27.
Well, Legacy's defense stiffened a moment ago. Let's see if they can do it on the change of possession. Wide side run. Here comes Gavin Lill. Stops at the 35. Check that 25. Twists his way down to the 21-yard line. Spilled down there by that Legacy defense. Clock rolls down to 2:30 to play here left in the first half. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. And the wind has pretty much died down now, so not much of an advantage. Century's got a good kicker, too, so you always got to keep that in the back of your pocket here. Jangula could probably boot one from just about where they're at, but that's not what Century's looking for after that interception by Simon. Patriots will send trips to the right. Schomer, the wide receiver, burst in there as well in the slot. Quick hitter. They get it on a swing pass, Gavin Lill, and he's got a first down. I like the design there. Get some guys blocking out in front of the speedster Gavin Lill. Into the Serve Pro red zone goes Century. Jared
Callan Lucas on the tackle.
Yeah, thank you. I keep looking at that saying Callan. Dang it.
And good design play, but give Callan Lucas, he's a touchdown-saving tackle. He was blocked, but he was able to come off the blocker. I know it was a first down, but saved a touchdown.
Serve Pro red zone. Century has entered it. Lill standing beside Twardowski. Long count for the Patriots. Fake it to Lill. Twardowski, not much. Grabbed onto and smacked down by the Sabres. Reed Berg, the backup defensive lineman.
Yeah, they're playing a lot of different guys here for the Sabres. Berg just tripped him up too. Looked like he had a hole on that one as it's just kind of a design quarterback run all the way.
Century, no big hurry here. 60 seconds to play in the first half. They still got 2 timeouts in their pocket. Second down from the 11. Twardowski sets in the pocket, fires it. Oh, in and out of the hands of Rivers Martin. Had it at the 6 and a drop.
Yeah, he was trying to turn up field right away. Should have caught it, Todd, as it hit him in the hands, and he turned up field. See if you can catch the end of that one. You cannot. And Rivers Martin, he's coming to this. That's a long run on the sidelines when you just drop a pass like that. You just see him, and then the coach must have said, "Get over here!" And all of a sudden, he picked up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, it's the 40-yard jog of distress.
The walk of shame, maybe.
Yeah. Clock stops with 54 seconds to play in the first half. Twardowski snap back, sets in the pocket, has a little bit of time. Fade pattern, near side. Rivers Martin got it. He caught that one, and he's got a touchdown for Century.
Just one guy in the pattern on that on the left side, Todd, as they fake it to the right side, and Rivers Martin is the only guy going in the corner of the end zone. Great throw by Twardowski, just lofts it and let Rivers Martin go get it. What a play. Good touchdown for the Patriots, a 12-yard pitch and catch.
First touchdown pass of the night for Twardowski. Jangula on for the extra point. Snap back, hold down. Right leg swings through, and Jangula sends us to a touchdown timeout, and Century has increased their lead here late in the first half. 49 seconds to play in that first half. BNC Bank scoreboard, new score. Century 21, Legacy 7. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Christian Jangler on for the kickoff. The wind has definitely died down as Jangler now bangs that one mid-end zone. And with 49 seconds to play here in the first half, Century leading 21-7.
Well, that flipped the script, so to speak, as Legacy was driving. Had a nice drive going. 7-play drive, started at their own 23 after a good defensive stop on the Patriots on 4th down, and then that mistake we're talking about.
Yeah, that's been a bugaboo for Legacy. Isaac Mitchell now 1 touchdown on the season, 5 interceptions, and Legacy just has not been able to capitalize and finish drives consistently. Mitchell with the keeper on 1st and 10 from the 20. Good gainer. 1st down, clock will stop as he's got a 1st down up to the 31-yard line. Give him 11. Clock stops with 43 seconds to play here in the first half. Clock rolls now. Legacy with a couple timeouts as Mitchell's back to pass. Quick hitter, far sideline. He's got Kupfer, can't get out of bounds. Good job by hamming him in there and keeping him in bounds, as I don't know if Coach Clements is going to call timeout, as now he finally does. It's a Hub International Insurance timeout. Good tackle there by Gavin Lill to keep him in the field of play.
How about that for strength?
Yeah.
Trying to go out of bounds, you just reach out and grab and one. Nope, you're coming right back.
Kupfer picks up 4. We'll just keep this one right here as reminder our halftime coming up in just a moment as Century leads 21-7. You're going to have the Battle of the Bands coming up at halftime. They're lining up. They're in the end zone, and it's going to be fun. We'll highlight not just the local athletes, we'll highlight the band performers tonight at halftime with 30 seconds to play here in the first half.
Well, 2 of the guys on Century's offensive line, Evan Schmidt was one of them. They were actually in the band, playing in the band at the national anthem. I'm going to guess they probably aren't going to be part of the Battle of the Bands in this one. I think you had to probably pick.
You're saying you're going to be breaking down some blocking assignments and X's and O in the locker room?
I bet they will be.
I think they will be as well. Gain of 4 for Kupfer. Mitchell hit him on 1st down, 2nd and 6. Mitchell back to pass. Century rushes on, fires it, caught. Out to the 40-yard line. Callan Lucas has it at the 48, and that was a strike.
Yeah, just an absolute bullet by the lefty.
Clock stops while they move the chains. Now it runs, and Legacy quickly to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10. Mitchell back to pass again. This time flushed out of the pocket. Flag flies in. Another holding call. He dumps it to Callan Lucas again at the 45 of Century, but that one's coming back as somebody for Century off the edge had a good rush, and it was going to be a hold on the Sabres once again.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy call. The official was about 3 feet behind him as hold by the backside tackle, Cody Peterson, as Ole Taylor, quick off the ball, Todd, got right by Peterson. Peterson kind of grabbed and hold of him. The official was right there.
Yeah, the holding has been a problem for Legacy here in the first half.
3 of them.
Trips to the right, 1 receiver to left. Mitchell, play action. Nope, they hand it off to Frank. Got a nice gain. Dancing, and he's close to 1st down yardage. Going to be knocked down by Oliver Jensen. Legacy with 8 seconds to play, I think, will burn their final timeout. And yes, they do. A Hub International Insurance timeout. You can contact your local Hub agents, Josh Cattell or Michael Borman at 355-3100 for your personal and business insurance needs.
He is so quick off the ball, too. Big run right there. Puts him in position with 8 seconds to see how big the arm is with no wind. You'd think he could probably throw it in the end zone from 50 yards.
Well, that laser beam he threw a moment ago to Callan Lucas tells me that he can put some torque behind it. Let's see if he can put some air under it and throw it deep and maybe find some lightning in a bottle here, courtesy of a Hail Mary on the last play of the first half.
You talked about Legacy moving the football at times early in the season and other games, and they surely have moved the football. They've got, they've rushed the ball very well. Now they've got some big pass completions, but God, they just got to get in the end zone.
Maybe you take a quick hitter here and just get some yardage and dance out of bounds and get yourself a little closer. Mitchell back to pass. Throws it into the slot, and it's caught, but he can't get out of bounds. Caught there. The clock will stop when they move the chains. 1 second to play as Lucas has it again, but I don't think Legacy's going to be able to get up here and spike the football. They're going to try as the clock will roll, and they will not get another play off as that is the end of the first half. As Legacy was trying hard, folks. They were out of timeouts, but the Sabres will finish that drive at the Century 35-yard line. The Patriot defense holds, and that sends us to our halftime break. Halftime score on your BNC National Bank scoreboard, Century 21, Legacy 7. Our halftime activities are next on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Now back in our Sport Clips halftime reports. Sport Clips keep you looking your best. Checking online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. The sights and the sounds of high school football on a Friday night. Battle of the bands. You got the Century Band, Legacy Band out doing the honors out there. Turn up that natural sound for just a moment. They're not having any fun out there, are they, Chuck?
Yeah, they're having an absolute blast out there, and the band members are getting into it. Just 4 tubas, TD. What is that? Well, there's 5. What does that mean? Is that a good year or is that a bad year?
That's a little light on the tuba. It must be heavy on the percussion this year.
More cowbell? What do we got going on?
Something like that. All right, let's get to some of the particulars here at halftime, Chuck. As you kind of highlighted there going into the break, Legacy has moved the football. That turnover was huge, and Century, I would say, has been opportunistic here in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've had less plays, just 20 plays Century's ran. Both teams 192 net yards in the first half, but just 7 points to show it for the Sabres. Big plays for the Century all around, obviously with those 2 touchdowns right away. But then they've really stifled Lil. The first 2 possessions, he had 127 yards, or 122, excuse me, just 18 since then. So Coach Clement's making some adjustments, and the defensive coordinator, and so ultimately the Sabres, they got to figure something out offensively to see if they can't get in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean,
we're reset again, TD. So
all right, we'll keep an eye on it. As I don't know what that band's doing right now.
Is dancing, a little dancing. So this is where they're kind of facing each other back and forth, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the battle of the bands. All right, we'll keep
the battle of the bands.
We'll keep an eye on that, Chuck, and let's dive right in. If you have everything tallied up over there, let's go right into the halftime numbers here. Again, brought to you by Sport Clips. They bring you haircut stylist today. You can join them at sportclips.com.
Gavin Lill, 8 carries, 140 yards. He had a 67-yarder in his first touch of the game, and his third touch, he had a 49-yard touchdown run. So 8 carries, 140, and 2 touchdowns for Gavin Lill. Mike Twardowski, the quarterback, 5 carries for 22 yards. Zimmerman has a touch for 6 yards. Twardowski throwing the football, 3 of 6 for the night. His last one was a 12-yard touchdown, 24 yards total. Martin with a 12-yard touchdown catch. Gavin Lill has a catch for 9 yards, and Preston Zimmerman, the fullback, has 1 catch for 3 yards. For the Sabres, Jared Frank, he has been slippery, squirty, you name it. 10 carries, 64 yards for him, and the quarterback, Isaac Mitchell, he has 8 for 34. He had that 1-yard touchdown plunge, the only touchdown of the game for the Sabres. Sivak, the tight end, has a couple or 3 end arounds actually for 15 yards, so that's been productive. Mitchell throwing pretty accurate, 7 of 11, 79 yards, but it's that big interception. We'll talk more about that one. That's really one of the differences of the first half. 7 of 9, 79 yards. Kellen Lucas has 2 catches for 33 yards. Kupfer has a reception for 11. Julesen, he's the one who got him down the field and helped get him into the end zone with a 26-yard catch in that second series for the Legacy Sabres. And then Jared Frank has 2 catches for 5 yards. For team statistics, you mentioned this, Todd. Both teams love to run the football. Patriots have 14 total carries for 168 yards. The Sabres have 21 carries for 113. 3 completions for the Patriots, 24 yards. 7 completions for the Sabres for 79 yards. So both teams 192 yards total offense in the first half. Well, it took the Patriots just 20 plays. It took the Sabres 32 plays. Century hasn't put the ball on the ground. Legacy did put it down once. That was that Mitchell fumble, but he was able to get on top of it. So no turnovers there on the fumble side. Patriots have not had to punt. Just 1 punt for the Legacy. That's Viska. He had 1 punt for 41 yards. 3 penalties on each side. 25 total yards for the Patriots. 3 10-yard holding penalties for Legacy. The math says 3 times 10. That's 30 total yards. Yeah, here's a big stat. The Patriots in the first half, 5 first downs. Legacy, 12 first downs. So time of possession, I haven't calculated it, but time of possession is definitely on the Sabre side in this first half, but unfortunately time of possession does not equate to score. Interceptions, that's the big one in that first half as Coulter Simon, the backup D-back, he stepped in front of an out pattern at the, let's see, what was it, the 29-yard line, and then defense turned offense. He scampered up that left sideline, cut across the defense, got all the way down to the 27-yard line. That's a 44-yard return by Coulter Simon. That was the big interception, the big turnover in that first half. Scoring statistics, TD, keep working, not happening.
Yeah,
I can keep talking. Let's go over this. Let's do the scoring here. We got a minute 33 left. As Lil, we mentioned the very first possession, the Patriots touched it. Lil went 67 yards. Jangula added the extra point. That was 11-second play at the 9:55 mark. Legacy came back in the next possession of theirs, and they responded nicely as after Jangula kicked out of the end zone on the 20-yard line. They take it all the way down on 10 plays. On the 11th play, Mitchell rumbles into the end zone from 1 yard out. So what a drive that was. That was 11 plays, 80 yards, 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Fricky adds the extra point, 7 all there. And the Patriots on their next possession, they take over at their 37-yard line. This time it took 4 plays. Lil again goes 49 yards. The extra point's good, 14-7 at the end of the first quarter. And then they kind of exchanged possessions where nobody got anything on the board, and then that interception went all the way to the 27-yard line. Well, the Patriots, they responded nicely as they took the ball in on the 5th play. After that, a huge, great play, backside pass to Rivers Martin, 12-yard touchdown right there after that Coulter Simon interception. So 5 plays, a minute 56, just 27 yards on that short field. The extra point was good, 21-7 at halftime.
Our thanks to Sport Clips for bringing you our halftime tonight. You can check into the hairstylist today at sportclips.com. 21-7 on your BNC Bank scoreboard at halftime. Second half action comes up next. This is 3A football on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Well, if you can't get the scoreboard to update, you just put it on there manually. So we'll tell you the time from now on, folks, but we do have the score right and the quarter on there. So we will give you a BNC scoreboard update right now. Location in North Dakota, Minnesota, Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. You can visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank.
AA side, Central, Grand Forks Central over Wahpeton 21-7. That's 6 minutes left in the third. Jamestown Valley City scoreless. That's number 4 Jamestown playing Valley City with some votes. Red River over Horace 19-7, and that's in the third period. Mandan playing number 3 Dickinson. Dickinson's a AA. Mandan up 13-0, 9 minutes left in the second. And give us some AAA updates as Shanley ahead 21-7 over Davies. That's a big 1 versus 5 matchup. 11 minutes left in the second there. And then Fargo South 10-7 over St. Mary's. 9 minutes left in the second. See what else. And then, of course, yesterday, Minot defeated Bismarck 26-23. And Cheyenne over West Fargo in a crosstown rivalry, I guess, or in-town rivalry, I suppose you call that one. 20-0. That's end of 1.
Brett Miller will kick off, and our second half is underway. Low line driving kick hits an up man in the hands, and Preston Zimmerman is grabbed onto and slung down at the 32-yard line. They might mark him at the 34 with forward progress before he is slung down and sent backwards. Just underway here in the third quarter. Century on top 21-7. Thanks to Minot State for bringing you tonight's game. The best way to predict your future is to create it with over 100 areas of study at Minot State. You'll earn a degree for the career you desire. Minot State, be seen, be heard, be you. First and 10 Century as the Patriots, a little bit of confusion coming out of the huddle. Still time on the play clock as it's down to 10. Trips to the left. Twardowski, handoff Gavin Lill right up the middle. Big hole, 40, 45, 50, 40, legacy territory, 30, 10, 5, touchdown! Gavin Lill has done it again.
Same play, delayed handoff. He lets the offense block, good blocking up front, and then he shows that speed. He cuts outside. And one thing, Todd, when you got a guy like that, you keep blocking to the whistle. The guys downfield in the perimeter, they make some great blocks, and he shows his wheels 66 yards to the house for Gavin Lill.
Third touchdown of the night, and Century has extended their lead early here in the third quarter. Kick up by Jangula. This one is slingshotted left. No good for Lill. And a touchdown timeout early here in the third quarter. New score from the Community Bowl. Century has extended their lead. The Patriots now lead 27-7 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Back after this touchdown timeout.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Lightning has struck again. Gavin Lill, 14 seconds into the third quarter, hits pay dirt again.
Well, 11 seconds it took him to run that one again. He scored from 67, 66, and 49 yards. He's got 9 carries for 206 yards tonight and 3 touchdowns. What a guy right here, an all-stater. I don't think we're going on a limb right there, TD, and say he will be on every single ballot. He will be like a unanimous selection all-stater. Gavin Lill as the kick goes into the end zone for Jangula, excuse me.
Yeah, Century has been a bit of a one-man wrecking crew tonight. As you talk about the X's and O's at halftime, Century got that blocking assignments figured out, and that didn't take long. Here comes Legacy. Century up by 20 here with 14 seconds eclipsed in the third quarter. Handoff Frank comes near side. Gets a little bit of a wall and a push. Sandwiched down at the 25. Landry Wesson there to bully him down.
Boy, strong side linebacker Landry Wesson. They have got a great linebacker core. It seems like they always do, doesn't it? It seems like every year the Patriots have stud linebackers. Wesson, Kane Nelson, Oliver Jensen. Oh, we got what happened here, TD?
Got injury down. Wyatt Weary, the left tackle, the 250-pound junior, came up holding the leg, and so breaking the action here early in the third quarter. 11:33 to play in that third quarter, and we'll take an injury timeout. 27-7 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Century on top by 20, 27 seconds into the third stanza.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 seconds, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer!
Out of the timeout, Weary went off with some assistance, and then Legacy drops back to pass, and Ole Taylor, long arms of the law. Is that a tackle for a loss? Is that a?
I think it's no. Actually, I think he was
sack.
Yeah, I think I'd give him a sack. It looked like he was trying to throw it. I mean, it happened so fast that he caught it in that shotgun formation, took one step to the left, and he had 2 guys on him on that blitz call by the middle linebacker, Kane Nelson.
3rd and 8 for Legacy. Quick hitter. They get Frank in the flat. Gets 1 block. Oh, and then he is drilled. Coming up and laying the lumber was Coulter Simon. Have a night. Has a pick in the first half, and then a big undressing hit as he blows up Frank on 3rd down.
Oh, we got to put him on the main board, TD. As I was looking at defensive stats and everything else, Coulter Simon wasn't on the list, so he's made the board now, buddy.
He's on there now, folks. Clock drips down to 10:23 to play in the third quarter, and now he gets breaking the action. Penalty flags fly, as that's a false start on the special teams for the Sabres.
Well, this is not what Coach Clements had in mind. I keep thinking it's not going to look good on the resume. These first two drives for the Legacy.
Oh, and then a punt is potentially blocked. Legacy let somebody through. It looked like it was Oliver Jensen. We'll see if we can catch that on the replay here as the Sabres drop back into punting formation. Century got through. It looked like it was Oliver Jensen to do the honors. Didn't even look like Century was coming with a bunch of guys, about 4 or 5 guys on the rush.
Right up the middle.
And yes, Oliver Jensen blocks that punt, and a big special teams play here in the third quarter.
Well, again, not the way the Sabres wanted this side to start. So
you want to go back into the locker room and have a reset right now if you're a Sabre? I'd say the answer would be yes.
9-yard punt is all you're going to give him credit for there.
Fake it to Lil, rolling out, pass caught. Twardowski hits Oliver Jensen. First down to the 11.
Jensen, so he gets the punt block, and the coach rewards him and says, all right, Oliver, get yourself in the football game. We're going to throw it to you.
Yeah,
Jensen he's got 4 passes for 35 yards and a touchdown, and I love it. I love when coaches do that, right?
Kind of like make a play in the field on in baseball. You're going to go up and get a hit next time up, right?
Absolutely. 17-yard pickup by Oliver Jensen.
Mark him down at the 10. Offset I, actually an I formation as Lil dots the I. Motion to the near side, handoff Lil. He's hit high and low as he falls ahead, maybe the 8. Alex Visca, the middle linebacker there, dropped him in his tracks.
A 4-3 defense, and when Nash Berquist, when he's when he can hold two guys, right, they're going to double team block on that one as you got the right guard blocking down on Bergquist, and he holds them long enough, doesn't allow the right guard to come off, and that frees up the middle linebacker to come in and make the big hit.
Century looking for more. They're up by 20. The Patriots have it 2nd down and goal from the 9. They flood the wide side of the field. Fake it to Lil, rolling Twardowski, angling for the corner, the pylon, and he drives his way into the end zone. What a play by Twardowski.
Yeah, what a run, Todd. 9 yards, but holy cow, was that power run right there as he dropped back to pass, looked around, there was nobody open, good defense, and then he just turned upfield and said, okay, I'm going to show my speed first of all, then I'm going to show my power. A little right-handed whip on Jack Julson, the sophomore, saying, take that, underclassman.
That was speed, physicality, and everything in between for the QB for Century. Jangulon for the extra point, and this one he splits the uprights and a touchdown timeout. With 9:11 to play in the 3rd quarter, Century now on top 34-7. We're back after this touchdown timeout on the PSP Network.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
In-swing kickoff by Christian Jangula, sails into the end zone. We may have a leading candidate for the move of the game right there, partner.
Ooh, that was the move of the game, there's no doubt. I mean, okay, hard to go against the runs, but there's a good chance number 9 for the Patriots might have a bigger triple letter as an MVP on his name. So try to share the love. Twardowski, that was one of the better plays of the season. Speed and power.
Legacy now. 1st and 10 from the 20. Handoff. Couldn't tell if that was Jared Frank. It looked like there might be a new back in there as Julson, carries the football. Nope. Yusuf Jama, his first carry of the night. Clock rolls down to 8:50 to play here in the 3rd quarter. We're almost into the running clock provisions if Century gets another one here in the 3rd stanza with 8:40 and counting to play. Legacy splits out a couple receivers to the left. Tight end to the right is Sivak. This time Mitchell is going to keep it and tries to churn out a yard or two and maybe gets that out to the 26-yard line, a gain of 2. And Legacy right now, folks, they could use a 1st down. Just got to have small victories here if you're the black hats and the black shirts of the Legacy Sabres.
Yeah, it's hard to believe we're only 4 minutes, not even into the 2nd half, and the Patriots have just absolutely blitzed 2 scores in just a short amount of time. 2 scores in 4 plays, and lightning for the Patriots.
Yeah, it was 21-7 at halftime. Legacy was still hanging around. Now Mitchell, student body left, has to cut it up, sheds 1 tackle, pile pushes out to the 30, and I think he might have a 1st down.
I think it is. It's the tush push right there for on as he was hit about 2 yards short, and they just, everybody, black jerseys came to the rescue to push him forward to get that 1st down.
Yeah, there was a couple Patriots going for a ride on that 1st down carry. Well done for Isaac Mitchell. New set of downs for Legacy, moving left to right. Handoff. Yusuf Jama dances, gets to the corner, pile drives his way out to the 40, and he's got a first down.
Good hard run by the freshman. They got some new guys in there for the Patriots. Nevin Bauer, the outside or linebacker, a 6'1 junior, getting some playing time.
Jama picks up, they mark him down short of the sticks, so they officially marked him down at the 39-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 1 for the Sabres. Under 7 minutes to play here in the third. Century on top big is Legacy.
Oh, whoopsie.
Yep.
Cody Peterson got a little kickstart TD, or lean. I don't know what you call that. He was just a little backward lean as he was probably pulling, and he's just got his head down. You can pick out from the mannerisms who had the penalty. Is it just like heads down? Good job by the quarterback, Isaac Mitchell, came over, just kind of patted him on the back, said, hey, you all right?
Is there a worse feeling as an offensive lineman?
Well, not that one. It's like in front of God and everybody. You stand up, basically, and, it's
maybe jumping off sides on the 1 yard line.
I don't think I ever had a penalty in my 4-year career.
I'll give you a fist bump for that. He's a Hall of Famer, folks.
Right. The fish is getting bigger as the years are away, right?
Isaac Mitchell slips through a seam. Positive gain. Got back right to where the line of scrimmage was after the Jama run, as Mitchell is knocked down there by Nevin Bauer.
Back-to-back tackles by Bauer, trying to get some more PT, saying, Coach, keep me in.
Yeah, keep making hits. We'll keep you right in there, pal. Hey fans, tonight's game brought to you in part by the UPS store located on the Marketplace Foods Plaza in Minot for all your packing and shipping needs. Tonight's game also brought to you by Planet Pizza, 852-1700. Planet Pizza doing it for 25 years in the Magic City. Isaac Mitchell, he got the first down, but not by much. Only needed 1, and he maybe got 1.5.
Yeah, pushed him back, but kind of reached across that first down marker. And
forward progress out to the 41-yard line will indeed give Legacy a new set of downs.
Well, they're not getting a lot, but they're getting enough. Last one was right at the marker, the 30-yard line, to get that first down, and this one just passed it.
Twins left, Twins right. Sabres from their 41-yard line. Mitchell back to pass. Slant pattern, and he's got Callan Lucas. Flags fly in as it's a completion of about 7 yards out to the 47.
Yeah, it was on the tackle, so Kellogg made the tackle, TD. So we'll see if he get extra yards and if he unnecessary roughness maybe. I don't know if he came across with that right arm and hit him or.
Oh, face mask.
Okay, face mask. Yeah, I saw the arm up high. So give him 7 yards or 6 yards on the catch for. Who caught that, TD?
Lucas again.
Oh yeah, Callan Lucas. Yep, thank you.
Yep. So 15 more, and the Sabres have moved it to the Century 38-yard line. Yeah, Century, look at that defense out there. They got a kind of a sprinkling. There's still a few number ones out there, but there's a couple other guys out there right now for Century. They stack up the left side from the right hash mark. Legacy from the 38-yard line. And a handoff, wide side run. The tight end, Sivak, has it. Pinballs off a one-man. Backs his way to the down to the 33-yard line. Goes Brady Sivak. Landry Wesson wraps him up there for Century.
Well, you're not bringing him down with one guy. I mean, it took a host of Century tacklers. Hey, TD, don't look now. The BNC Bank scoreboard. Number 1, Shanley. Number 5, Davies, all tied at 21. 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
Oh, strange things are afoot on the south side of Fargo. Those two schools separated by what, about a mile?
Yep.
Play action. Mitchell over the middle, wide open. Sivak, nice grab. No, check that. Visca has it at the 15-yard line. And it was a low delivery, but Alex Visca hauled it in. Nice shoot top grab.
Wide open, too, in the middle of the field. Found that empty spot of that zone. 18-yard pickup.
Into the Serve Pro red zone goes the Legacy Sabres. Serve Pro, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro. Sabres looking for their second score of the night. Went to the hard count. Century doesn't bite. Mitchell regroups. Jama standing beside him. Yusuf has the carry, and he's got a couple yards off the left side. Got behind Peterson over there, and he churns his way inside the 15. Mark him down at the 13-yard line. Kane Nelson spills him there.
Kind of hanging on for dear life, Todd, as he went down low. Was just hanging on to his jersey. He wasn't pulling him down, but he waited for some buddies to come over and help him.
Well, Legacy, this has been a problem area most of the season. They have marched the ball on multiple games, but they haven't been able to turn these drives into points. As the Sabres averaging about 10 points a game. Mitchell throws it late. Oh, and a big hit on the perimeter. Catch was made there by Lucas Kupfer, and he paid the price as Gavin Lill came up and drilled him.
I mean, almost stepped in front of that one and went 85 yards for a pick six, is just short of it. Decided, I'm going to go for the big hit instead, and he absolutely form tackled Kupfer. Kupfer paid for it. As a matter of fact, it was a loss, right? Loss of 2, because they were at the 13-yard line. Yeah, no, they couldn't have been at the 13. Yeah, they were at the 13-yard line after that 3-yard run initially.
Yeah, loss of 2. Legacy 3rd down and long now, and Sabres want a Hub International Insurance timeout. Hub is a leading North American insurance brokerage. 2:52 to play, 3rd quarter. Century on top big here. Legacy, can they punch one in when we come back? BNC Bank scoreboard, it's Century 34, Legacy 7.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
All right, let's see what Legacy has in store here on 3rd down and 9. Mitchell back to pass, and before we get started, they had a guy wide open. Visca would have had a touchdown, but what do we got? Century wants a timeout. Well, the defensive staff for Century said, uh-oh, this doesn't look good.
Something they didn't like. Good call on that one.
You can't sneak anything past a longtime head coach like Ron Wingenbach. I don't know if he's calling the defensive timeouts now, but
Visca was upset. Come on, man. It's my first touchdown of the season. That's got to count.
But if, I think this is my first Century game of the year, so I haven't looked at the assistant coaches, but is Coach Breitbach still coaching the defense? And doesn't look like he is.
Well, it's hard to pick them out because there's 27 assistant coaches. I'm not sure who has the responsibility.
Are you saying we didn't quite have those all studied on our 12 deeps on the coaching staff?
There's 14 coaches. I mean, not 27, but there's 14 assistants.
14 deeps on the coaching staff. Well, the staff for Century saw something they called it right, because that would have been a touchdown for Alex Visca. And instead, the Patriots burn a timeout with, again, 2:53 to play here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 9 upcoming for the Legacy Sabres. They're in the ServPro red zone. Line of scrimmage is the 15 from the far hash mark. They'll send trips to the wide side. Mitchell in the gun.
Like they're manned up on the outside.
Jama motions. Mitchell steps up over the middle. Oh, almost picked off. There's our guy again, Coulter Simon. Could have had his 2nd pick of the night.
Little happy feet there by Mitchell as he stepped up. Good pressure on the outside of that one. He steps up into the pocket, tries to throw it into the seam. I couldn't see what the number it was, but the wide receiver did it out, and he thought he was going to settle.
Yeah, it was intended for Lucas again, but that was in the hands. Back to pass, 4th down, middle screen. They get it to Yusuf Jama. Slips through an ankle tackle, and then he's gang tackled and buried. Century ends that series and drive with a big play on the defensive side.
Boy, and they got Century's down. Austin Smith, he went down right away. He's on the ground. And
yeah, they set up the middle screen, did Legacy, and Yusuf Jama did well to break a couple tackles, and then all of a sudden it was gang white.
Yeah, and Smith went down as he was the one that was rushing the passer on that one. As they let him go, kind of on that screen, you know, where, hey, you block for a second, and then you let your guy go. And Smith was one of those, didn't see how he went down, but yeah, he's still down on the ground.
Change of possession upcoming. Century will have it 1st and 10, but first an injury timeout on the field. BNC Bank scoreboard with 2:40 to play here in the third quarter. Looks like Smith is up under his own accord, gingerly coming off.
So I'm confused by the markers. Oh, yeah, duh. That makes sense. It's like, okay, they're going the other way. Duh. Hello, Chuck. Nice effort. Thanks, John. Jeez. Thanks, Tips.
Hey, man.
Hello.
There's been a few things that have been happening here in the third quarter. There's been a lot of action.
Yeah. Wow. Jeez, stay in the game.
Century denies that Legacy drive. That is the story of the season for me, for Legacy, is they have gotten into the red zone a number of times this season and have just not been able to come out of there with points. Credit the Patriot defense for rallying hats on Yusuf Jama. All right. Twardowski is still in there, as is Gavin Lill. Fake to Lill. Twardowski right up the middle, and he's got positive yardage. Twists and drives his way past the 20 out to the 23-yard line. Give him 8 before Carter Zins hits him from the secondary for the Sabres.
But you love the call, and there's so many people just keying on Gavin Lill. When you throw him the football, or when you fake the handoff to him, and as a quarterback, they're doing a good job with that read. He just busts upfield. Hard to pull down. Another almost just short of a first down.
Twins left, Twins right. Right between the hash marks. This time they'll hand it off to Lill. Darts to the outside. Can't get to the corner, however, as that's good pursuit by the Sabre defense. I don't know if they're going to deny him a first down, as it's going to be close depending on the mark, and it looks like it is enough for a new set of downs for Century.
Yeah, Lill knew it. He saw the sticks, got outside and turned up the jets and just stepped inside that first down marker.
Under 2 minutes to play here in the third. 1:56, the clock stops. Century has a first down and 10 from their own 27-yard line. They motion Lill, handoff to the fullback, Preston Zimmerman, and that was messed up before it started. A fumble on the play as Twardowski has to fall on it.
That was blown up all over. Halftime TD on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Shanley and Davies all tied up at 21.
Good recognition by Twardowski there to fall on that. Is good penetration by the nose guard for Legacy as he just blew up that play right there. As looked like that was Nash Bergquist getting in the backfield. Second down and 13 after the loss of 3. Play action. Twardowski fires it near side. Ooh, in and out of the hands of Rivers Martin. Dove for it at the 34-yard line right in front of the Century bench.
Brody Weigel on the defense right there as he came up to make the play. Rivers Martin went down, almost made the catch. Dive and play would have been a tough one. Would have been just a couple-yard gain, but
get a flag down as somebody looked like they might have got chop blocked for Legacy.
That would be 15 big ones.
As official call is, personal foul on Century. I think that was a chop because I saw Bergquist laying down and the flag was right beside him. So that tells me somebody's engaged up high and somebody else cut him down low. And that'll push you back half the distance.
Gotta love the loud girls downstairs getting some snacks. I thought maybe our crowd mic fell all the way down to it's just so keen at picking up some noise.
Yeah, Zimmerman and Burst bring the play in for Century. Third down and long. Handoff Lill on the delay and nothing going. Right there are the Sabres. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 black hats around them. First guys there were Nash Bergquist. Good series for him, and the defensive end Brady Steyer, the junior.
Yeah, forcing the Patriots to punt. That hasn't happened. Both possessions on this side, they've scored.
I don't think Century's punted tonight, have they?
They have not. This is it. Well, Century have scored on 5 of their, this is 7 possessions. They just haven't had it very often.
Jangula is the kicker and the punter. Century has only got 10 guys out there. Looks like they're yelling
You're not even running hard. Look at just kind of, hey, you got to sprint. This isn't a jog.
Preston Zimmerman, or not Zimmerman, it was 24. Oh, that might have been blocked as well as Jangula's punt sidewinds into the Century bench. Let's take another look at that. See if Legacy might have got a hand on that.
Yeah, good push up the middle by Legacy, and everything wasn't working right with just the 10 guys, Todd. And so, yeah, one guy slipped through. I don't know if he blocked it, but surely forced it to be a poor punt. Started at the 12-yard line, went out of bounds at the 26. So it's either a block or a shank.
Well, here we are again with Legacy plus field position, and can the Sabres find a way to get 6?
Plus time of possession, everything tonight, but only they're not plus on is the scoreboard.
Kupfer wide left, Lucas wide to the right. Handoff, Jama. Pyle drives his way for a couple.
Yusuf. He's getting the handoffs the second half as Jared Frank had a good first half, Todd. I mean,
a lot of Jared
He really
Frank.
did. Jared Frank he had 70 yards on 11 carries.
Jama picks up a couple, give them 3, and down to 2, down to 1. They do get the play off. Last play of the third quarter. Fake to Jama. Mitchell keeps, and he lost 1. Big stick on the play to end our third quarter. 3 quarters in the books from the Community Bowl tonight. Good to have you on the PSP Network. BNC Bank scoreboard, end of 3. Century 34, Legacy 7. Back with the fourth stanza after this break on the PSP Network.
To your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
Third down run for Legacy, and they give it to Jared Frank. Spilled by Oliver Jensen, but Frank has a first down. He could have taken quarters off as Frank didn't carry much in the third quarter. It was all Jama, but now Frank comes in and picks up a first down.
Yeah, and that could be exactly what it was, Todd, is that Yusuf got, hey, you get the third quarter. We're going to let Jared Frank run out here. Man, that has been their bread and butter right there. That play, come across the face of the defense. Can't tackle the diminutive one.
Handoff Frank again. Good yardage inside the 10. Pushes his way down to the 5. Oliver Jensen drug him down. That's a good gain.
Well, he just hits the hole so quick. 8 yards, 9 yards. I mean, on back-to-back possessions or back-to-back plays for Jared Frank. I mean, he's got 86 yards. I mean, this guy's running hard. It hasn't been the issue of them moving the football.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see if they can convert. Second and short. Handoff again, Frank. This time he's wrapped up. Getting him down in the backfield was
Roman
Fairchie. Yes, sir.
Yes, that big play. The Centuries use a lot of different guys on that defensive line too, as Austin Smith. He had kind of came off, got hurt, and maybe Roman, it's his chance to come in and step up, and got by his blocker and pulled down Frank from behind.
Yeah, no gain on the play. Third down and 2. Ball is spotted at the 6. Mitchell with a keep. Puts his head down, and he is down to the 5, but he only got 1. Going to be fourth. This is where it just becomes a grind for Legacy.
Just kind of, you're right, pushed forward. The Century guys up front, the defense did what they needed to do. They're in that goal line set now for the Patriots.
Legacy brings both their tight ends in, Viska and Sivak.
As Braxton Dahl comes in on their goal line defense.
4th and 1 for Legacy. And Legacy went to the hard count, and they got him to jump.
And you know what? That's where you got an offensive guy, doesn't play a lot of defense except on short yardage, Braxton Dahl. He comes in, you give him a hard count, and whoop, all right, sorry.
Well, that's one way to do it. Half the distance to the goal will give Legacy a new set of downs. 1st and goal upcoming from the 2.5. Legacy looking to punch one in here in the 4th quarter with the clock rolling with 9:33 and counting to play. Frank will flank Mitchell, and he's going to be a lead blocker as there goes Isaac Mitchell off the right side, and he is stuck.
Yeah, tried to run right at Braxton Dahl. This time he said, oh, nope, you're not going to do that one. It was Dahl, and who else was on there? It looked like it was Grant Carlson also on the D-line spot, Todd, and kept him out of the end zone, but, oh, boy.
Hey, you're getting a sprinkling of some, you still got a few ones out there, but you got quite a few twos out there for Century right now as it's 2nd and goal just outside the 1. Snap is back. Mitchell is going to keep it again, and Ole Taylor slams the door.
You are not blocking Ole Taylor as he lines up on the right side. See who was blocking the left tackle, Weary. I'm not sure, maybe somebody was in because he was hurt in the first half. As he comes in and just absolutely goes right underneath the block, supposed to be a down block. Weary couldn't get to him. The speed of Ole Taylor gets a little TFL, tackle for loss, back to the 4-yard line.
Is there any doubt that that guy's a good wrestler with that leverage he just displayed right there?
Oh, man, and the quickness and the speed.
Yep. 3rd down and goal. Legacy's now backed up to the 4. Play action. Mitchell throws it, and a lot of traffic in there. As I think that was intended for Kupfer.
Yeah, Kupfer tried to do the post up as he got just past the end zone, tried to post up on Gavin Lill, and the ball was thrown like on the inside. I think the quarterback must have thought he was going inside, a little slant or something, because Kupfer just kind of looked and watched it go like that's outside, like he was a batter in the batter's box.
4th and goal. Will the Century defense stiffen again? They're going to hand it off. Frank, seam off the right side, driving to the goal line. No!
Oh, my goodness. The official's waving his arm saying doesn't happen, and Frank thought he got into the end zone. The official came in. He looked at the official is right in the back part of the play, but right away, good calls. You pull the backside line, you try to kick a guy out. Big tackle by Coulter Simon again. He was one of the guys right there, TD.
Yeah, it looked like also your guy, Grant Carlson, had an assist. Look at that football. I got the binocs on it,
Wow.
Chuck, and the shadow is on the goal line.
So twice now on back-to-back possessions, they get to the 13-yard line, get stopped. Now they get to the 1-yard line and get stopped.
Century just got to sneak it, and Twardowski will do a nice job there to get it out to the 5. Got some breathing room with under 8 minutes to play in the contest. Score still 34-7. This is I feel like a broken record with Legacy in this game tonight, and probably for the entire season.
Well, what did we say in the pregame? It was, mistakes for Century, and it was score.
Score, exclamation point.
Right. They're driving, they're moving the football. They're getting yards. I mean, they're getting plays. They've got way more plays than Century.
Century will toss it. Here comes Gavin Lill. Cuts it up. Man, he can turn the corner. He puts his foot in the ground and cranks his way out to the 15-yard line. Lill gets up a little slow that time. I wonder with your team up 27.
Yeah, how much longer are you going to keep him in there?
Yeah. I bet you not much longer after you see him get up like that. As Century does get a first down. They were starting this drive inside the 1, and they've punched it out to the 14-yard line, have the Patriots. 1st and 10 from there with 7:10 and counting to play. Handoff. Gavin Lill has it again. A steady dose of him. This time he's hemmed in. hemmed in and belted.
They're trying to get him to the backside, the short side of the field, and Lil's kind of going, I want some space. Give me a little pitch play going left where I can show my wheels. Maybe that's what's going to come now on 2nd and long, is we'll see if, that's a play where you pull both the guards and you run a sweep, get him to the outside. That's what I'm calling if I'm an offensive.
Brett Miller, a good play on that last one for
not going to
Legacy.
happen because he's wind up wide left.
Keeper for Twardowski gets behind Preston Zimmerman, and he going to drive it out to the 20. And it's a gain of 5, and it'll set up 3rd down and 5 upcoming for Century.
I just keep that clock moving. That's exactly what you're trying to do. This quarterback Twardowski, he's had a nice night. Just 35 yards rushing, but he's had some big rushes, some first downs.
Threw a touchdown pass in that first half.
12 yards. I mean, he hasn't had to do a whole heck of a lot, to be honest with you, TD, other than hand off to number 9. and cheer him on from the backside.
That's right. Yep.
Go, 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 like we did with our kids back in the soccer days.
3rd and 5, quick hitter near side. Century. No, it's incomplete. They were looking for Xavion Haroldstad.
Xavion Haroldstad, he helped my son move into their new space. Him and his brother this week. We just called his name, and my son said, "Hey, him and his brother helped me move our displays." So hey, they're doing some community service work.
See, now that is color commentary extraordinaire right there. Jangula back to punt, boots it away from his 10. Low spiraling kick. Juleson has it at midfield, slips through one arm tackle to the 40, 35, pinballs off of another tackle, and a good return. Well, here's Legacy again.
Jeez.
I mean, they have had plus possessions this whole 4th quarter and much of this 2nd half, and nothing to show for it. Return of 15 yards for Juleson off of the punt by Christian Jangula.
I'm trying to look at plays. 13 plays on the 2nd drive. The last drive was 11. In the first drive, when the kick got blocked, they still went. I guess that was just a 4-play drive. But so they've got way more plays than the Patriots the 2nd half.
Stay tuned. Our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up in 5 minutes and 34 seconds as Legacy on 1st down hands it off to Jama. And he'll pick up a couple. Line of scrimmage was a 33. He'll get 2 to the 31-yard line.
I'm assuming there's going to be a bunch of new guys in there. Let me just check it out across the front. TD, I'll throw some numbers at you. They got 67 playing nose guard right now for the Patriots.
That's Evan Schmidt.
And 60 playing right tackle.
That's Roman. Talked about him earlier.
Yep.
2nd down and 8. Mitchell back to Pat. Oh, man, wide open. Sivak caught it at the 10. Touchdown.
Somebody missed an assignment there as a quarterback drop back. I know that was a short drop back, about 5 yards, and Sivak, somehow somebody missed an assignment because he just went straight up the hash marks and nobody was on him. And he was waving his arm like, hey, quick, hey, hello, before somebody gets here. And it didn't matter. He had all kinds of time. The quarterback threw it, hit him right in the breadbasket. 35-yard touchdown reception for Sivak. He's had a good game.
Has had a very good game. Extra points up. And no good as the right foot for Sam Fricky couldn't convert that. But, hey, that's how you do it, Legacy. Punch one in here late in the football game, and a new score from the Community Bowl and a touchdown timeout. 34-13, Century on top of Legacy, and we're back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Oh, that's 13 with an asterisk right there.
A little crooked, you know. You have
hey, man.
That's all right. Hey, we know what number it is. It's 13.
That's
no question.
Scoreboard's been misbehaving tonight, folks, as 4:57 to play in the football game. Legacy pooches it up. Fielded by an up man for Century. And the return is out to the 37-yard line. Hauling that back for the Patriots was Kyler Palczewski.
Well, we'll see if the defense for Legacy can step up, and maybe they see if they got any new guy. It looks like they still got all their starters out there. First team defense. Well, I do see Wesley Jordan, a sophomore. He'll come out and trot on the field.
I don't know if you got too many ones out there yet for Centuries. Looked like Drew Nodlin's going to be your new QB. See who's in the backfield with him. As it looks like it's Burkhardt.
Yep. He's now the tailback, as Zimmerman will be the fullback.
Nodlin, handoff Burkhardt. Running hard, takes it out to the 40.
Yeah, he's not going down. There's about 4 guys holding on to him up high. They're trying to, rip the ball out now as the form tackle's out the window.
Well, and Nodlin has gotten some time this year. Early in the year, some of those heat games, Twardowski had some of those cramping things that were going on, so Nodlin spelled him quite frequently. So you got a QB that's had some snaps this year in Drew Nodlin for the Patriots. Burkhardt gets 4, sets up 2nd down and 6 with 4:12 and counting to play here in the fourth quarter. Nodlin with the same lineup behind him. Same formation, twins left, one to the right. High backfield, handoff again, Burkhardt. And he got low and submarined his way for about 3 out to the 41-yard line.
Tried to bounce it outside as Lincoln Lamar, the sophomore. A lot of young underclassmen here for the Sabres defense on the field right now for him as Burkhardt tried to bust it outside. Couldn't keep his balance.
Well, Century looks like they're going to pick up their 3rd win in the season. And that'll go a ways to securing a spot for the Patriots in that top 8. As they need W. You're not going to pick up too many QRF points against a winless team, but nonetheless, Nodlin back to pass. 3rd down and short, and Nodlin keeps it. Picks up a 1st down. Nice play.
Yeah, good hard run. Braden Lean, and the tackle fakes the handoff, kind of goes over the right side and just covers it up with both hands. I like how he did that. He was cradling that football, picks up 7 yards and a 1st down.
3 minutes and counting to play. Century just eating clock here late in the fourth quarter.
Mandan leads at half 13-7 over Dickinson. South leads St. Mary's 17-10 at half on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Century flips the formation from the 48-yard line. This time Zimmerman has it. Oh, and he's hard to bring down. A big boy run for Preston Zimmerman. That'll get the sideline fired up.
And him too as he jumps up and gives you the Tarzan or the Schwarzenegger scream as he runs over one. Who gets the facial right here as he gets through the middle? One guy steps up and he goes down for the count with that left forearm. That was a hard run. Zimmerman's got to remember that one tomorrow. So was the guy who ran over. We thankfully didn't see his number.
Yep. You don't want to resume that one when you get home tonight, as Century has another set of downs. 1st and 10. They're getting close to taking some knees here, are the Patriots. They'll hand it off to Burkhardt, and he has a big one. Century's running hard.
He ran over his own guy. Like, get out of the way. He ran over Aiden Kaufman. This Kaufman was out in front of him, just hard running through arm tackles, and then knocked his own guy out, hit 2 more guys, and finally got pulled down.
Oh, that's a great replay. That's a wrecking ball right there.
Totally.
It didn't matter if it was the opponent or his own guys. He was bouncing off of people.
Burkhardt, the little brother of Jacob Burkhardt, who was an all-stater last year, offense and defensive lineman. So his little brother gets some love. He gets to carry the football.
96 seconds to play. They'll hand it off to Zimmerman again, and this time he is bottled up. Only gets a couple down to the 17-yard line. I'll finish that out for you there, partner. as Preston Zimmerman picks up 4. 3 carries, 21 yards for him. As Century now with 1:15 to play. I wonder if the Patriots will just take a knee here. Maybe with that second team out there, they might still just run the football, but down to 10 on the play clock and 1 minute even to play in the contest. Nodlin ducks under center. Turns, handoff, Burkhardt. And he got through a tackle, and he gets pushed into the end zone. Jairus Burkhardt, late in the contest, has a TD from 13 yards out. That was hard running on that drive. Century, it was Burkhardt, it was Zimmerman, and this time it was Burkhardt. Officially a 13-yard touchdown run, and again, he got pushed and drilled into the end zone for Burkhardt. Extra point up, and Century knocks that one through. As I'm trying to see how that was Jangala again, as Burkhardt has a TD of 13 yards, and we take a touchdown timeout. 46 seconds to play. We'll put a bow on this one as Century now leads 41-13 on your BNC Bank scoreboard.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
Todd Domres, Chuck Clarimont, 46 seconds to play at the Community Bowl. Century going to win their 3rd contest of the season. They'll up their record to 3-4 on the campaign. Legacy will fall to 0-7. Jangler with another deep kickoff from the 5 goes Frank. 10, 15, 20. There goes Jared Frank. Ankle tackled at the 31-yard line. 26-yard return on the kickoff for Jared Frank. And a couple more snaps. And this baby's going to go final. Minor, our postgame comes up next. Inside that postgame, we'll have our player of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. We'll keep you looking your best. As Legacy going to hand it off, and carrying the football for the first time tonight was Brandon Monger. And he's going to pick up about 4. Yep. And that may be, nope, looks like Legacy is going to get one more snap as they got Monger right beside Isaac Mitchell. Twins to the left. Down to 10 seconds to play. It's going to go deep. Deep over the middle. Picked off. Another one. Century's 2nd pick of the night for Coulter Simon. Just playing free safety, picked it off and took a knee. And the 2nd turnover of the night will give Century an exclamation point. Nodlin's just going to take a knee. Victory formation for the Patriots. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and a final score tonight from the Community Bowl. Century 41, Legacy 13. Stay tuned. Our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up in just a moment. We'll recap the final scores, we'll give you our MVP, our move of the game, and we'll have player and coach interview on field in just a moment. Final score, Century 41, Legacy 13. Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads postgame comes up next after this timeout on the PSP Network.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads postgame. Century wins 41-13. Let's send it down field side. Chuck Clarimont.
Coach, the old bend but don't break defense. I mean, you gave up yards, you gave up plays, but yet when it made a difference, you guys came up and stopped them.
Well, I think in the first half, offensively, we only had 4 possessions, and that doesn't usually happen very much in high school. But you're right. You know, I thought we lost our focus there a little bit there, late third quarter, early fourth quarter, but we finished it off well. You know, I thought the kids rallied. You know, give them credit. Their little running back ran very hard, and the quarterback did some good things. But I thought it was a really good team effort tonight. We had some other kids, some young kids, step up and play for us that hadn't seen a lot of playing time, and that was good to see.
Yeah, and you guys have had a lot of close games this year. You could just as easily be 4-2. So this is the drive to get to the playoffs, just like you guys had last year.
Yeah, it is, and we've got 2 big opponents coming up. Davies next week, followed by the Demons thereafter, and we'll have to play a lot cleaner, maybe is what I should say, than we did tonight against those type of competition.
One thing I thought you guys did.
I think that's the one thing we continue to harp on, is that we've got to create some turnovers on the defensive side of the ball, and tonight we had 2 interceptions, and the ball was on the turf a couple of times, but it's things like that. Our kids just, we don't have that physical stature that we've had the last 10 years, so the kids have got to do a little more up front, and we've got to do a little more slanting, things like that, but you know, they're buying into it.
It's not getting any easier. The next 2
doesn't, size-wise or physicality-wise, for sure it doesn't.
Good luck, Coach, the rest of the year.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's first get Coulter. Just waiting. He's getting interviewed by, I don't know. Here, let's get Gavin. Why don't you step in here, buddy? We'll get Gavin. We'll get you first. And so, you guys, they got things going. I mean, you touched the ball 3 times and you had 125 yards. Now, talk a little bit about your expectations coming out tonight.
Well, I knew that we'd be able to run the ball a lot because, I mean, our line is one of the best in the state. I truly think that. Our line is so good. Our fullback is amazing. Preston Zimmerman right there, he's such a great player. So it makes my life really easy when I have a guy like him. So pretty easy.
Yeah, one thing I watched you tonight is I felt like you were so patient on your runs. You really wait and allow your guys to set those blocks up.
Yeah, I think our line is, especially with Preston again, I feel like they'll always get the guy. So I feel like I just kind of have to wait, and I'll cut off him, and he's always in the play. So I just have to cut off him, and it's usually green grass from there.
You know, a little bit in this season, frustrating so far. You guys have been in so many tight ball games. To come out tonight and get a victory, a little more relaxed tonight at the end.
It was nice, because I mean, especially when we work this hard. I mean, it always feels good to get a win, because we work hard. We work hard in practice. We work hard off the field, so this really feels good.
2 more games left. You got Bismarck High left. You got Davies left, I think, and so those are going to be tough football games.
It surely is. Very well, because those are 2 really good football teams.
All right, stick around. Good job tonight. Congratulations.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Don't leave yet.
Okay.
Come on in here, bud. Coulter, congratulations. So knocking at the door, you not starting yet, but you come in, you got some physicality. Team, and talk to me. You kind of when you get in the game, what you think your expectation is, and what they need you for.
My first expectation is obviously I need to be doing my job. If I do my job, then everyone else will do their job, and so everything will work out every single play.
So they're driving in the first half. Talk me through that play when you step in front of that. And go. Talk me through that.
Well, I saw the receiver. That was my guy. I had to get there. I end up running after it. I end up getting to the ball, and I was able to pick it.
So you turn around, now you're running on offense, and you wait for your guys to come up. Any thoughts? You think you're going to get that one in the house?
I was hoping. I almost made it, but he did track me down, and that I wish I could have back. I wish I could have made it all the way, but Rivers ended up putting it in the end zone, and so that's all that matters.
So you finished the game with the interception, but I think there was one, it could have been 3. You have 2. You had maybe the easiest one that you dropped earlier there.
Yeah, I should have had that one. I don't know how I dropped it, but obviously those are little mistakes that I just need to fix, and then I can improve as a player if I fix those.
Yeah, and for you guys, we've been kind of talking with Coach and Gavin about the you're going to have to step with your physicality with Bismarck High. Watched them yesterday. They're going to come after you, and so is Davies.
Yeah, they're both great teams. I can't wait to verse them. I know they're going to bring it, and so do we, I guess.
Congratulations on a great game.
Thank you.
We're TD, back up to you. I want to get a couple pictures.
Yeah, well done. just on the edge of our wireless microphone range there, but you got a good chunk of that, so well done down on the sideline. Chuck Clarimont, you heard there from head coach Ron Wingenbach. You heard from Gavin Lill, who had his fingerprints all over this contest, and Coulter Simon has a couple picks tonight on the defensive side for the Century Patriots. It's our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com and Shots Crossroads. Get filled up in their delicious menu that includes the old famous 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. Much more to come on our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Century wins this one 41-13 over Legacy tonight, and they improve their record to 3-4. Legacy remains winless on the contest, and when we come back, we'll run through the final game numbers. We'll give you a final BNC scoreboard update, and we'll hand out our Sport Clips MVP of the game and bring you our Jobbers move of the game tonight, as it's an impressive win for the Century Patriots tonight. As the visitors, they were on the south side of the field tonight in the capital city in this crosstown rivalry game. More of our postgame comes up after this break on the PSP Network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one, okay. I right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kickoff. Get out of here, let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Welcome back to our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show. Century wins this one 41-13. Planning team financial advisors, helping clients work towards financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. You can order online at shotscrossroads.com. First thing we'll take care of here is a BNC scoreboard update as 3A games in progress and or finals. Just nearing the end of the third quarter, Fargo-Davies and Shanley still knotted up, 28 apiece. 5 minutes left in the third. Mandan has a lead against Dickinson, 21-7 there. But just starting the third quarter of play, Fargo South and St. Mary's tied at 17. Of course, last night, Minot came to town and defeated Bismarck 26-23. And end at the half, Cheyenne leads West Fargo 26-12. So there's your BNC scoreboard update. Quick look at our upcoming schedule. Looks like this. Just football next week. Got about a week off, and then we'll be back on the air next Friday night. Legacy and St. Mary's will do battle, and Williston and Minot in a PSP Friday night football doubleheader a week from tonight. Big win for the Patriots tonight. They will improve their QRF and their positioning for the playoffs with a big win tonight over the Legacy Sabres. And all right, partner, should we run through the final game numbers here, brought to you by Planning Team and Shots Crossroads?
All right, got it. So for the Legacy Sabres, man, they moved the football, and coach is going to be happy with the effort they made offensively, but just couldn't get things going. As Isaac Mitchell, 15 carries, 48 yards for him. He had a 1-yard touchdown run. Jared Frank had also 15 carries, 92 yards for him. You heard Coach Wingenbach make the comment about, hey, he was hard to bring down. A good hard runner there for Jared Frank. Yusuf Jama, he had 5 carries for 18 yards. Brandon Monger had 1 for 4. And then Sivak had 3 carries for 15 yards. Isaac Mitchell put it up 18 times, completed 11 of them for 113 yards. He had 3 interceptions tonight. Callan Lucas had 3 catches for 49 yards. Kupfer had 2 for 9. Jolson had a catch for 26. Visca 1 for 18. Sivak had 1 touchdown catch for 35 yards. And then Frank had 3 for 6 yards. For the Patriots, Mike Twardowski, boy, he ran hard. 9, you'll see one of those runs, I think, later on in the postgame. 9 carries for 35 yards for him. Jarris Burkhardt had 4 for 40, and he showed his toughness as he got a 13-yard touchdown run to end that game. Preston Zimmerman, the other fullback that gave Gavin Lill some love on camera there as he came over. He had 3 rushes for 21 yards. And then Gavin Lill, it was a Gavin Lill show. Just 13 carries, but he went 221 yards for Lill. A 67-yard touchdown run, a 66-yard touchdown, and a 49-yard touchdown. So 3 for Lill. Twardowski, 4 of 8, 41 yards. He had a 12-yard touchdown. That was thrown to Rivers Martin in the corner of the end zone. Jensen had a catch for 17. Lill with 1 reception for 9. And then Zimmerman, the fullback, had 1 reception for 3 yards. Team statistics: 324 yards rushing for the Patriots on 30 carries. Legacy had 182 on 39 carries. Legacy were in the plus column on the passing yards. They had 113 to 41 to Century. They had 57 plays to the Century's 38. So Legacy went 295 yards and scored just 13 points. That's going to be the frustrating part for Coach Clements. And Century had 38 plays, but they had 365 yards. Those 2 interceptions by Coulter Simon, could have had 3. The easiest one of the night, Coach. I was laughing with Coach Wingenbach. I said, hey, how can that kid not be starting? And he just kind of laughed. And he said, hey, he's right there knocking the door, and obviously he brings a physical presence. Big kid. I mean, I was looking up at him, 6'5", and gangly at 160, but boy, he's packing a punch, come up and make some big hits. So 2 interceptions on the night for him. So good effort all around for the Patriots. And Coach, I was listening to him, and he was very pleased talking to the kids. And he just said, hey, proud of our defense. I know we gave up some yards, but when we needed to, we stiffened up and made some good stops inside our red zone.
Isaac Mitchell has a touchdown running and throwing for Legacy, and a big night, and you'll hear more about that for Gavin Lill. Leads the way for Century tonight. All right, fans, a couple things yet to take care of. First off, it's our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers. Tonight's move of the game, Jobbers brings you that, and they can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Well, Chuck mentioned it. It was a little bit of everything on this run for Mike Twardowski, and he showed off a little bit of speed, showed off a little bit of power, a little bit of punishment, and here's your Jobbers move of the game, brought to you courtesy of Michael Twardowski.
They flood the wide side of the field.
Third quarter action, they fake it to Lil, and then here comes the speed, and then that's a QB, folks,
and he
laying the lumber
his way
at the goal line, and there's your Jobbers move of the game. Mike Twardowski.
That was impressive right there. He's going to watch that a few times tonight. I get a feeling, TD.
Yeah.
Going to put that one on his bulletin board if he's going to be trying to play at the next level. I'm not sure if he's even interested, but ultimately he's a tough kid.
Jobbers focuses on the details of the process without ever losing sight of the big picture. They get a step-by-step approach to move management, keeping everyone on the same page. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Next action for Century, they host Davies next Friday night. Next action for Legacy will be at St. Mary's next Friday night as well, as we're closing in. Just a couple games remaining in the 3A standings and schedule as well. All right, one last thing to do. It's our MVP of the contest, brought to you by Sport Clips. They keep you looking your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today. SportClips.com. You can check in there. MVP of the contest tonight is?
Pretty easy. Gavin Lill, 13 touches on the rushing side, 221 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then he also caught a pass for 9 yards. So the 38 total plays, 14 of them went to Gavin Lill, but he accounted for not 20% of the overall statistics, but almost about 60, as he had 230 yards combined tonight. So Gavin Lill is our Sport Clips MVP of the game.
Yeah, here's one of these big bursts for Gavin Lill is third quarter action, and it doesn't take him much to get into the secondary, and there's not too many people who are going to track down one Gavin Lill. So congratulations to him, over 200 yards, 3 touchdowns tonight. Gavin Lill is your Sport Clips MVP of the contest, and nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP like that experience at Sport Clips. Gavin Lill, the senior tailback for the Patriots, is tonight's game MVP. All right, well, say Century, they had to hold serve tonight, and they did exactly that.
Yep. Yeah, that's, you heard Coach Wingelbach too say, all right, hey, this is a start, but they got 2 tough games left. I mean, they got the Demons and they got Davies, and as we said, Davies, they're all tied up with Shanley at 28. See if that's Shanley just scored with 11 minutes in the fourth now. They're up 35-28. But Davies is a good football team. And it's going to take everything for Century for that football game. And obviously Bismarck High, last night, they are physical. And they are a talented football team. It's going to take all of Century and everything they've got to beat both those 2 teams. And if they do, they deserve to be in the playoffs, that's for sure.
All right, that'll put a wrap on it tonight. Big thanks to all of our in-game sponsors, including BNC National Bank, for bringing you our scoreboard. Our pregame sponsor is Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Timeouts brought to you by Hub International Insurance. The Serve Pro Red Zone. There wasn't much of that tonight because there was a lot of big plays for TDs. As also our postgame brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors. Sport Clips brought to you that, and Shots Crossroads. And your Sport Clips player of the game was Gavin Lill tonight. And that move of the game by Michael Twardowski, the QB for Century. All right, big thanks to our producer tonight, Nick Holberg, our camera operator, John Haugen, for my partner, Chuck Clarimont. Todd Domres repeating your final score. Century victorious 41-13 over Legacy in a crosstown rivalry game. The Patriots improved to 3-4 on the season. That'll put a wrap on it tonight. Thanks for joining us, fans. And until next time, so long from the Bismarck Community Bowl.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Name it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.